All right, guys, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about or what I'm doing in chess, but it should be quite a bit of fun. So how's everyone doing this fine morning, afternoon, night, depending on where you are in ye old world? Going to be working with the players here. And turn into boards matches after 15 seconds of not starting. Copy that. Okay, fire it up now. I will get in. So the players are just going to be setting up their first match of the day, and I will be getting ready to join said match. And once we're all set there, we'll get going. That'll be that. All right, so we're going to switch on over. You can see the glorious commentator booth. The mediocre chess player is my official title for today's stream. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, a little bit of a technical funness here with the website. Let's see if we can actually, I can do a direct challenges. So these are all the players who are going to be playing in the tournament. We can actually switch over and show you real quick. So if we go to challenge, you can see, I guess that didn't work. Okay. I guess I got to get it popped up here, and hopefully that'll do the trick. All right, all right. So just waiting for them to try and get the game going. I should be able to see when they start playing and then spectate. I've been like fiddling with this for a while. Like the spectator system on here is a little bit funky for sure. Welcome. Yeah, it is too late to join now, but I'll be doing these again. In the future, I need to figure out how to do a little bit better of a spectator system. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Currently, you can see Anticity is practicing against someone here, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go ahead and check and see. All right. Let's see if Ice Power is able to get in there. Where is he? He is lurking here somewhere. I see that he is online. I should be able to spectate friends here in a moment. Greetings from Alaska. Oh, right on. Must be cold there. Okay, here. We should be able to get you the brackets right now. Oh, for some reason it's not pulling it up. God damn, this challenge thing is just treachery. Well, nonetheless, it doesn't matter too much. I'll make sure to get those to you as we do progress through today's event. All right. Perfect. Let's see if the lobby is appearing. I might need to connect with the players real quick. Okay, I had to refresh. We can watch. And now we are here in the first lobby, but it looks like, oh no, this is Anticity's game that he was just practicing. Phoenix King, yes, here it is. All right. Looks like they started. So we were able to get in there, which is good. And we are a little bit late to the game, but we will iron this out after the next matches. So this is Phoenix King, hailing from the mighty realm of Germany, facing off against Ice Power Total War of the United Kingdom. Unfortunately, we did miss the opening, but not too much action has been missed here. And this is a best of 3, so we should be good for catching the rest of the series here. So Ice Power, of course, going to be commanding the forces of black and the Phoenix King on white. Pretty dubious threat here. I got to learn some of the language, man. I do watch a fair amount of like bigger chess streamers, and there's just so much terminology, and there's a lot to it for sure. Mediocre chess player, yeah, absolutely. Mediocre is probably, ooh, well, that is a bold strategy from the Phoenix King. The pawn, of course, going to be taking this knight most likely. So if you guys haven't seen this like website, you can see there's kind of a balance of power feature on the far left side here. You can essentially see what the computer engine actually thinks is the leading position. So right now it's saying that Ice Power is an extremely dominant position, which I would probably agree. I mean, white does have some development in terms of its pieces, right? It has its 2 knights out on the field, but both of them are unprotected at the moment. Well, I mean, this one is protected, of course, by the pawn, but I don't see any other play really than other Ice maybe taking this, unless he can just compound the threats, like add in another layer of threat. There's a lot of stuff. Yeah, and it looks like he's going to be doing that. So he's actually offering a trade of queens here. Now, the cool thing about the queen trade maybe is that if the pawn were, if Ice were to take and then the pawn were to take, it would weaken this pawn formation over here. And it looks like the Phoenix King wanted to actually castle over here. So by, dragging this pawn out into open field, it does leave this big opening with which the king can be attacked. But yeah, Ice Power is a much better chess player. So he does take it. It's going to have to be taken by the pawn. Now the pawn formation is a little bit weird, and then the knight gets taken. So you can see either side that the king decides to castle on, the white king, he's going to be in an open position where like there's just these massive angles where rooks can attack in, and it's pretty messy for sure. So yeah, Ice Power in a pretty dominant position right now, and you can see the balance of power on the left-hand side of the screen is really, really reflecting that here. So we do get the knight going to c6 here for Ice Power Total War. What other angles of attack does he have with the knight? The d4 file or square here is denied at the moment. little bit of a late fianchetto coming out here. He could move the pawn up, maybe sacrifice it later. For example, if Ice Power were to get the bishop, move out of this particular position, he could get the bishop and just strike here, take the pawn, and threaten the rook as well. Fianchetto is like one of my favorite things. It's just like the ultimate noob catcher. Like, you know. Ice Power does stack the diagonal, though, making the bishop threat even weaker, as they say. The white king is wavering. Yeah, no, we're getting, I mean, we're not quite at army losses yet, but, you know, the king here is certainly getting to the zone of, you know, being in a little bit of danger, as they say. Yeah, no, they need, I think that Ice Power needs a huge, just burning head just to go right down this formation and just wreck all these units. So, you know, the Phoenix King here with a nice little close up, I mean, he's still in dire straits. You can see the balance of power is looking pretty grim bones for him, but overall, you know, he did close up this seam. There is a hanging pawn here on the far side, so if Ice could figure out how to get his knight right here, he could take the pawn and then check the king as well, but it's currently being denied by the pawn on c3. So right now, Ice, you know, he's got a very comfortable lead. His opponent's position is pretty rough. He can just keep developing his pieces, get this bishop active, maybe even start to do a push up with the pawn. Like you could take the pawn maybe on a7 and just push that bad boy all the way up the battlefield. And then you have the rook on a8, which can obviously back it up and really, really hammer that position. Yes, the lance formation needs to be activated, yeah, to really get through this formation here. All right, so pull back here. Knight moves to e3 for the Phoenix King here in the first match. Where will he be going next? Is he going to rotate it back? This isn't a bad position for the knight. You know, it does have this pawn supporting it and, you know, can threaten a couple angles, like into Ice Power's formation. Like if Ice were to move up this pawn, he can move in there. Some neat stuff for sure. Hopefully you guys can see my mouse. Yes, the martial prowess has been lost. So this is the first and a best of 3 in today's tournament. So we have a fair amount of matches, 8 players playing. Should be very fun. All right, the bishop has moved here. It is threatening the knight, but of course the knight is well protected by the bishop on f8. But, you know, it's still, you know, for example, if he forgets about it, moves it, he could always trade it. Now, typically, you don't want to take attrition trades unless you're, you know, ahead in my experience, or you can get a really good position. Okay, the pawn does take here. Pawn will most likely take back for the Phoenix King. Let us see. Ice Power Total War showing that he is a ferocious competitor. The jean jacket, yeah, no, dude. All day, every day, man. The Canadian tuxedo, as they call it. Yeah, it's looking pretty rough for the Phoenix King. Currently, he's down a piece. And position-wise, Ice Power is pretty darn cozy. Pretty cool to see a comeback. We are on 5 minutes with an increment, if I'm not mistaken. So whenever the players make a move, that's what I told them to set. But again, today's tournament is very unorganized. It's the first time I've done it. Really just seeing if you guys enjoy this kind of thing. Taking a big along, the big thinking going down here. We have a take back coming in from the pawn. The pawn is currently hung at the moment, so there could be a couple attacks on it. Let's see if there's anything that could feasibly attack it. I think that Ice probably needs to develop this knight somehow, the knight on e7. So he can activate that bishop, get that bad boy in action. I mean, if he could somehow, you know, take this bishop with his, man, that'd be brutal, putting that king in check. And yeah, and then he could just take here. There's lots of stuff. Okay, this could be an interesting trade for the Phoenix King. He does have the rook on d1. Yeah, which he could potentially just trade up here. And then Ice's other rook is blocked off by the bishop, so he'd have to take with the king, which then the Phoenix King could immediately check him again, which would develop his piece and also, you know, threaten a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, it's 5-2, which is fine. As long as there's a little bit of an increment, that's what we were looking for. Because, you know, pure 5, I usually play 3-minute chess and 10-minute chess, but yeah, this is fun. All right, so the fianchetto here of the bishop, it does have that nice angle. There's a hung pawn right here, so as long as Ice Power, like if he moves up this pawn right here, he has it covered by 2 other pawns as well as his knight on e7. That also allows him to take this free piece and really cut off the diagonals here, which is going to be really, really nasty. It'll keep the king from escaping if he gets put in a precarious situation. Yeah, I've seen the 40K chess game. I have, absolutely. Yeah, a little bit of corner camping going on for sure. You know, just hiding the king and all the power pieces on the edge of the map to keep him safe. A little bit precarious, to say the least. All right. Now it is the move of the Phoenix King. The great Elven champion. It's like we have a Druchii versus High Elf duel between these 2 players here. Do you think Cathay will overshadow the Empire? No, I think it'll be very different. The Empire is more of like a grounded faction. Okay, so he moves up the rook, offering the trade to the Ice Power. Ice Power will take it. Ooh! Little bishop strike from the side, threatening the knight as well. Thankfully, Ice Power does have the 2 knights covering one another. Otherwise, that would have been a really, really nasty play. Phoenix King could decide to maybe move his rook over. He could also move his own knight to c4 here, right here, and then attack this particular spot. So then if he were to take it, he would be putting the king in check and threatening a couple different spots. Yeah, no flying units in this. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, White's got a little play here. The Phoenix King is, showing some resilience, although he is pretty massively behind on time. So he opts to bring back the bishop to the a3 square. I thought he might form some sort of an attack by moving the knight here, like, covering this, and then potentially, moving the rook into position and getting a big layered attack. But looks like he wanted to take a more cautious approach. Why is the DLC link not working? What? All right. Moving up, ye old pawn. Taking away some angles. Will he go for the trade here? I don't think so. Phoenix King doesn't want to be trading too much. Like, even trades aren't good for him. He's down a piece, so he needs to be getting some sort of a tricksy hobbits' play. Can't really move the bishop here, covered by both knights. Doesn't have too many options with that bad boy, honestly. Yeah. All right, so it looks like he's maneuvering the knight around. Oh, nice. There's a hanging pawn there, and it's being attacked by both the bishop as well as the knight on d5. So I would imagine Phoenix King, yeah, he's running low on time too. Ice Power's just killing it on time. You can see he's at 138. We got 9 seconds left for the Phoenix King. I think you just got to go balls to the wall right now. Just really take advantage of your increment and just go ham bone. That's a nice play though, yeah. But unfortunately, I don't know, yeah. I just feel like the Phoenix King will be falling here in this first match. And that's going to be the first match of their best of 3. I should be able to get in on this. And they'll get another match going here. This is best of 3. I don't think they can see my text. See my text. Yeah. Well, anyways, we can tell them to start another best of 3. Oh, perfect. Start next game when ready. All right, so they're going to switch sides. This is round 2 between the Phoenix King and Ice Power Total War. I'm sure many of you guys are way better at me than chess. I enjoy it a lot, but I have no idea what I'm talking about. Yeah, close. That was a close victory. It wasn't Pyrrhic. It was close. It was like, Ice Power had enough of a lead where it was substantial. Army losses has kicked in, yes. All right. So we get a queen's pawn opening from both sides. Ooh, a little bit of fanciness. The dreaded. Look, I can pretend like I know what I'm talking about because it does tell me on the side that it is indeed a queen's gambit. Yeah, it's fun. So the Phoenix King does take the pawn. A mighty lead has been established, but it's all part of the great plan of our Tzeentchian agent, Ice Power Total War. As he continues forward. Zero scouting his opponents for today's tournament. And yeah, it's looking good so far. Maybe we're going to get a little bit of an Indian game over here. We do get the knight moved out. Perhaps we could see the pawn move up and the bishop fianchetto to get the quick castle on that side, which I think is what's going to happen. Ice Power moves the bishop over here, trying to disrupt the pawn formation. He pulls back because, he could attack the knight. The pawn has to come out. Then you have this like awkward kingside formation. Yeah. Yeah, it's fun, man. Yeah, no, rule break. Maximum of 6 pawns. Yeah, it's too many. Absolutely. Yeah. Huge rule break going down in this game. So obviously, Ice Power at any point, he is on white right now. He could take the pawn here. He could just go in and dive and take that with his bishop. But I think he knows that it's pretty much there at all times. Granted, the Phoenix King could move up and cover it, if he wants to advance his pawn on b7. Could also, move maybe the queen out there, but that's a little bit wild. I don't know if he wants to do that. The Homer Simpson strategy. Yeah, my chess micro isn't very good. I was doing pretty good. I was almost climbing up to 1200, which I'm pretty happy about. And then, because you can see Phoenix King is rated 1200. Ice Power Total War is 1343. So Ice Power is a slightly higher rated player, but not within the range where they can't compete with one another. Most of the players I think in this event are around that range. We have varying skills, like all around, yeah. Balance of power, of course, saying that it's quite even at this point with a slight advantage to white at the moment, which is fairly standard here. I would imagine Ice Power will probably castle any moment here with his king. Just castle on the king side. The queen has a pretty good attack angle too. The queen can go to b3. So if you take the queen on d1 and move to b3, you're going to be attacking this this kind of hung pawn piece here. And if there is no reaction from his opponent, you can take that and then take the rook. And that's pretty much a good game at that point. I don't know. I think that might be a good idea. Yeah, queen over here. Just like at least threaten it, you know? Threaten ye old pickle. See how it goes. Yeah, I will open up future tournaments. This is just, I'm just seeing if people on the channel like it, because it's just a completely ridiculous format for sure. I mean, not a format, but just something different, you know? All right, 1 second, guys. Looks good. Perfect. So we get the knight developing here for the Phoenix King, moving out to c6. What is it threatening right now? Could potentially go to a5 and attack this bishop, which wouldn't be a terrible play. Could move up the pawn as well to support it. That could be kind of a cool play. As far as the diagonals go, Phoenix King does have both of his bishops developed in the center of the map. Could threaten out. Currently, though, you know, this knight, if this knight could also threaten here, the knight on f6, the black knight, like then, you know, you could potentially take the, oh no, he moved the bishop, so that kind of changes that. Phoenix King taking a very, very cautious approach at this point. Very, very cautious. I mean, typically that is the case, at least in my experience when I play on black. I'm usually very, very cautious. Yes. Will there be a Grand Alliances tournament? Yes, it will be on Friday. Correct. Friday we'll have the Grand Alliances tournament going down, which is going to be fun. Yeah, it's a chess tournament with Total War Warhammer tournament players and community members. So nobody has struck first. Pretty cautious game from both players. Looking around the board, I don't see anything too spicy for either one. Both players' queens are very, very passive here, and now it looks like there's going to be a little bit of a pawn attempt to break through the forces of Ice Power Total War. Ice has a couple ways to attack this. Obviously, he's got his pawn here. He's got his knight. And, you know, both players essentially can attack this space a couple times. We have the knight bishop protecting the pawn here for the Phoenix King, the Fury of Germany. Going for a closed position here, the pawn is going to be moving up, attacking the knight, which I think is a pretty strong little play there. Now, we could see the knight move over here, which I kind of like that play. I think maybe Phoenix King takes his knight. The knight on, well, or okay, he falls back. He can just reroute it. He can go here. This is also another decent position, attack the bishop. In my experience, I much prefer to have bishops in the late game than knights. Yeah. He is blocking the fork on the f5. Correct. Correct. So, balance of power given the business here to old Ice Power Total War. Ice Power, again, is on white this game. And the Phoenix King is on black. It will be alternating from game to game. The 4-player free-for-all. Yeah, there's a free-for-all chess mode on this website. It's pretty wild, yeah, and it's like 4 players too. Yeah, I can see that. Knights on the side are bad. Yeah, you see, you probably know a lot more about chess than I do, like a lot more. I'm like a more or less beginner. Not a beginner, but I'm just like a very average plebeian. You know, I can talk about what I see, but yeah. All right, Ice Power moves up the queen, and the balance of power just takes a fat steel chair to his face right there. Look at that. Takes him down and gives the advantage to black. Very interesting. You see, like, my baboon brain is too primitive to understand why that's the case, but, you know, looks like fun. So, knight being developed here on the far side, the g6 position, able to attack the bishop on h4. What I also really like about this position is that the knight can then move over to f4, which attacks the queen. It attacks the bishop. Like, this is a really, really strong move here for the Phoenix King. And we'll see if Ice Power is indeed able to shut that down. He could move up his pawn, you know, in the king position, the g2 pawn, to maybe deny that. Oh, it looks like he's going to take, and then the queen will take. Oh, okay. Phoenix King has got some fight in him, man. Despite being a little bit lower rated, he's not showing any mercy here. Although he might just have a new account here on this website. I love that he actually has, he went through the effort to put a high elf character as his avatar. Yeah. Absolutely. So what is going to be the next play? Where will they go? The great mystery is upon us. I know this is a chess event, but can we see your Empire miniatures? Yeah, I'll grab some in between games. Yeah, sure. So today's tournament is basically a chess tournament, which is taking place with Total War tournament players. Yeah, great play. So Ice Power moves up the bishop there, or the pawn there, and denies the square where the knight had just had the most beautiful engagement. Now, oh, look at that. The Phoenix King getting some sweet vengeance, man. Moving across, attacking the rook. I like that. It's pretty spicy. I see some really weird line of play too, where maybe the maybe the knight here on g6 goes here and like kind of gambits himself to the pawn, and then the queen can move and attack the king in that like open file. Like, because then the queen could go here and go into the space where the bishop was protecting. But it looks like it's going to be a bit of a switch up. I don't think he's going to go for that school of thought. Yeah. Don't worry, darling. I'll shave my disgusting beard by the time you get back on Saturday. No problem. Rubber Duck says everyone is double the rank of him. Yeah. No worries, man. No worries. A pretty hotly contested best-of-3 series, honestly. I was expecting these matches to go much, much quicker. I would assume each game will probably take like 20 to 30 minutes or something like that. So, Ice Power rerouting his knight, pulling back and across. That's something that you see with a lot of like lower level players, is that they don't do that. Whenever they move the knights, they like are always going forward. But higher level players, when you watch them, tend to, you know, not be afraid to pull their knight back and reroute it to the other side of the map. The map, yes, map. It's Total War. But okay, pawn's moving up. Is that pawn hung? No, it's not. Okay, there is a rook covering it. Little attack coming in. Moving up the black pawn to c5. Trying to offer that little trade. Ooh, oh, I see what's going on here. I almost don't want to say it, because I don't know if they're watching the stream. Like, maybe I should be more cautious, but I see a really, really nice line here. Yeah, if you guys are playing and watching, maybe mute while you're playing your games, just so, like, okay, that was the right play, because I think if that had gone, it would have given the bishop a huge angle of attack. Yeah, on the king. Dude, the Phoenix King is coming back with a vengeance here in this game, yeah. Because if the pawn had taken, then the bishop would have been able to go here to c5. It would have been attacking this square where the pawn was sitting idle, and the queen could have come in and just crushed it. And that would have been pretty much like GG at that point. Like, Ice Power would have been in pretty much a hardcore losing position. So it's a good thing he didn't take with that pawn in that position. All right. Continuing to press up and secure this side of the board. The king over here, though, looking a little bit vulnerable. Currently, the Phoenix King getting a nice attack. You know, he's really pushing up on this side and starting to cause some problems. Now, this is actually quite good. The black knight here on g6 can potentially go to f4 right here and attack the queen. Also threatens the backfield a little bit. That's a really, really nice position for that horse, in my opinion. Yeah. All right. Yep, and he pulls that move. Very good, attacking the queen. Ice Power getting a little bit claustrophobic in here as the Phoenix King seeks to exact vengeance for his people. Yes. Yes. Ice Power's running out of time. This is a crazy, crazy difference, because last game was such a dominant performance from Ice Power. He was up on time, he was up on material, and now we're seeing just such a solid, solid comeback here from the Phoenix King. Really showing that he is a ferocious competitor. Yeah, see, this is it. He's going to probably take with the bishop. The pawn will take, the king will take. That's just going to put so much pressure on this king back here. It's just going to be so gross. Well, the bounce did go back into the favor of white, which is interesting. I suppose the... Okay, is he gonna do the gambit? Let's see. Is he gonna go in there and do the wild trade? He is on thin ice. Yeah, he's got 10 seconds left, guys. Time is a big factor, because if we did 10 minutes, we would be here for like 6 hours, because, you know, we have 8 players in today's tournament. So 21 seconds left. It's a tight game, baby. Phoenix King has all the time in the world, and this is where you just sit back, you think about it, you know, you really plan out those moves. Okay. Okay. A little bit of a trade. The king trying to escape. Oh, man, that king is in a precarious situation, man. Because the knight is basically attacking both of these sides. I mean, he can go southward on the E and G 1 files there, but yeah, no, there comes the rook. The bishop putting it in check. Horse is completely covered by the pawn here. The mighty Bretonian knight surges into the backfield. This is a tense-ass game, man. It is increment based, so every move that you make, you get a couple seconds. So if Ice Power can play quickly, that's really nice, because he gets the discovered check. If he moves the knight, he puts the king in check, and then the knight can take something else. Okay, interesting, interesting. Yeah, looking pretty grim. Phoenix King just massively pulls ahead. Army losses is imminent for Ice Power Total War here. We'll see, we'll see. But let's see if he can follow up on it. Okay. Giving a glimmer of hope to the forces of Ice Power. Ooh, buddy. It's getting tense. It's getting real tense. What are your predictions? Let us know here in the next episode. I think there was a rook that was missed. I think it could have been taken, perhaps. The Horse to D1. Yeah, it could have. It could have, yeah. Because he had a discovered check, which means he didn't need to... Oh, he's letting ice back in the game a little bit. But it is a nice pinning position. He's got a lot of backfield threats. The rook is going to be taken here by the pawn, giving a small lead to the Phoenix King. For anyone who's new to chess, typically rooks are valued at a higher premium. That pawn was pretty damn close to getting into the danger zone here. Yeah. He did miss, I believe he missed a fork back there. Okay. Bounce of power still in the favor of the Phoenix King. Army losses has been staved off. Perhaps some very overpowered ethereal unit causing some problems. Getting the game back. It's like the Green Knight bringing the game back. Oh, man. Yeah. Everyone in chat is like, no. It's so great, dude. Lining up the big hammer on the far side to look. Phoenix King still gets the W. He still wins the game on time. But Ice Power almost scraps back into that game, man. He did miss the fork because he had the discovered check. So he would have checked and then he could have forked after that and just absolutely karate chopped his opponent, yeah. But nonetheless, he still wins the game. GG, well played. Game 3, lads. All right, let's go to game 3. It's time. Yes. It's going to be great. The pressure. The pressure is here. I love everybody yelling no. Dude, trust me, it's hard when you're under pressure and on the clock, guys, to make these like solid moves. Yeah. All right, this is the rubber match. The winner of this will be advancing to the next round. And we'll get this bad boy going. I don't know who we have next up. We have the Kraken King, Anticity, here in chat. He's playing today. I saw he had a really high bullet ranking. Yeah, I can see you being a really good bullet player. All right. Wow. Holy shit, these guys are going hard right now. They're just like throwing pieces out. Wild ass abandon going down. Are we going to see the bishop develop? Yep, we are. It looks like we're going to have a similar opening here. Oh, yes, it is the Cairo Khan defense. In my studies, I have come across this many times. It is best of 3. If they end up drawing the game, I'll just have them play again. Yeah, they could just play again. So if they can get a draw, they can just play again. All right, Phoenix King with a pretty aggressive attack. Is he going to force the trade here? He is, of course, being attacked by the pawn on h6. He could fall backwards and then fall down and under here if he'd like and attack this file. But it looks like he's just going to take the more conservative approach and pull back here. I'm curious if Ice Power will take his bishop and attack the knight on f3. And yeah, and in doing that, he basically forces the pawn potentially. Oh no, their queen was actually in position. Okay, so that's not so bad. I didn't see the queen was there. Ooh, nice follow-up though. Gets the knight. Oh no, this is a strong play by Ice Power. Yeah, look at that. Attacks the queen. Threatens a couple other things as well. I mean, the fork is almost here. Not the fork, but the attack on the knight, but the bishop is covering that. Yeah. This is a nice position. He can also move the bishop out next turn to cover it. Yeah, gonna force the queen back. Always a feel bad moment when you have to run back into the shadows with the queen. Queens are overpowered. I think they need to be nerfed. Yeah. We got to complain to Creative Assembly about that, I think. We definitely need to. So the play here is for Ice Power Total War. Time is ticking. The bishop moving over. Oh, I think he's going to line up some sort of a kind of a battering ram here. So he could move the queen over to c7. And then the bishop could take the pawn here, open up the king, really, really soften up that corner. I think that's what we might actually see. Yeah, we're probably going to see the queen develop next turn. Or we could just see a castle from Ice Power. He's probably not in a major rush or anything like that. So that could be the case. Don't hang the queen, I know. I'm the best at hanging queens. It's my specialty. Are we going to see the battering ram from Ice Power? Is he going to get that bad boy going? He does have the hung knight at the moment, so he's probably going to have to move that. Honestly, moving the knight right here is fine. Like if you move it to f5, it can then attack this bishop. It has a pretty good kind of sequence of attacks to go towards the king down there. I think we probably see it go back over there to ye old f5. We will see. Yeah, we need more factions in chess. It's a little bit bare bones. Yeah, we're not getting enough DLC, for sure. All right, knight pulls back. Ice Power playing cautiously. The bishop, ooh, that's potentially nice. Although the engine didn't think so, but it does, you know, open up a little bit of a threat on the king here. Huh. What do I know, I guess? Shit, man, this advanced computer technology knows more than I do. Yeah. Okay, he's going to keep pushing up, you know, forcing the retreat. You know, he's developing his board and advancing while he's forcing his opponent to fall back. Always good. The castle is here. Where will the Phoenix King go next? Yeah, literally unplayable. Absolutely. I can see a lot of you guys in chat are like typing in chess code, like the numbers, and you know, clearly there's some serious players. So perhaps we'll have an open chess tournament someday where everyone can participate, and yeah, that'd be really fun. Just like commentate random games. I don't know how to use the tournament service on chess.com, so I'm just spectating through the friends list right now, but eventually I will learn how to use it, and we can do that. Okay, the pawn moves up, attacks the knight there, which is quite good. It's going to be forcing Phoenix King to probably fall back into his own lines on e2. Yeah, so he goes back to e2 right there. Has a decent next move if he wants to develop upwards to f4. With the knight, we will see. But Ice Power just consolidates that pawn structure on the far side, gets a little bit of a miniature chain going, but it still does kind of put your opponent in the corner here. Pretty evenly matched. You know, I was expecting there to be some blowouts today in this tournament, like to be some serious mismatches because it's just a random amalgamation of players. But honestly, almost everyone is, yeah, we need to develop our own chess openings, like the Franz Manfred exchange. Yeah, yeah, the Gorst defense. What would be the Hellman Gorst defense? Somebody needs to come up with that kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, Karl Franz needs to get out there. The Emperor attack is just like the king moving up the board early. A lot of cool stuff we could be doing. Yeah, we could do a chess king of the hill. I know how to run those on this website. All right. The battle rages on. Ice Power up a single piece, which, you know, if you're watching really, really high-level chess, can pretty much be the end game being won. You often see that with whenever... I don't know if this is like the appropriate assessment, but when you watch Magnus play sometimes, I feel like he just often trades off till the end game and is just so good at the end game that he wins there. Are there tools online to tell you what to do in chess? Yeah, there are. You can there's like engines and bots and things like that you can cheat with. People, like I've had points refunded to me on chess.com because it said my opponent was caught cheating. So we could see the bishop on e3 developed here. It does attack a couple knights and has a nice little diagonal there, but it looks like Phoenix King creating an escape route for his king in case things get a little bit hairy back there, which is cool. Which is cool indeed. The Tretch Gambit. What would be the Tretch Gambit? The Gorst defense would be the king fully surrounded by pawns, just haggardly advancing. See, real human being here with the super in-depth analysis. The Franz Blitz, the Sigvald Gambit. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty fun, man. The Orion Rush. The Orion Rush would just be like all of your knights like advancing up the board with like the queen behind it. Yeah. All right, so it looks like we have an attack here from Ice Power going to be getting the knight, or excuse me, the rook, and attacking the pawn on c3, which is currently covered only by this bad boy here. Is there going to be any way to flush that out and get the pawn? It would be pretty nice. I mean, if this knight could be uprooted somehow, the knight on e2, and the rook were to take the pawn, he would then be attacking here, have a couple nice little angles of attack there. We'll see, though. This is a close game, man. Very, very close game. The Tretch Gambit is basically just to resign. Yeah, absolutely. The Craven Tail Gambit. We got to come up with some of these things. That'd be really funny. The Gorst defense is the king summoning a rook into the enemy back lines. Yeah. Yeah, this is great. All right. That's kind of cute. What's the follow-up to that, though? Ice Power does get the attack on the c1 rook, but, I mean, it's not going to be terribly difficult to just move that rook, yeah. I don't think it gave too much action, although it is still a big threat. Kind of takes away that whole back file there. The back cross rank. I don't even know what the proper terminology is. I'm such a potato, man. I love chess, though. It's so fun. Although, I have to admit, it does get me very frustrated. When I play chess and I lose like 6 games in a row, I'm like, ah! God damn it. I hate this game. I hate this goddamn game. I can't tell you how many times I've said that. Oh, that's sneaky. So Ice Power can now get his knight here. Can he take? No, I don't think so, because it's being covered by 2 pieces here from the Phoenix King. Ice Power definitely has him on the back foot. The defender has become the attacker. The Archlector, yes, that is the bishop, correct. Oh man, I got the hiccups. What a tense match between these two guys in the first scrap of the day. We haven't seen any rage quits yet, which is cool. Nobody's like resigned out after losing a single piece. That's pretty common on the ladder, for sure. I think that Phoenix King made an account on here because I think when you make an account, it just starts you at 1200 and you either climb or drop. So I feel like Phoenix King's rating is far better than 1200 Because he's playing like a dead even matches with Ice Power here, who is 1343. So I would imagine he's closer to that rating. It is, Bob. Thank you for joining. It is my face. It is my face. Surprised we're not seeing the pawn on f2 go to f3 and just kick out that knight. Yeah, it looks like he's attacking that. That knight is hung, though. The one that he just went after with the bishop is hung. There's nothing defending it, so I can see that play. I think following up with the pawn here to attack the other knight and kick it out. Okay, going to be offering a little bit of a trade here. Will the Phoenix King take the trade? That bishop looking a little bit pinned down here. Yeah, a queen doom stack would be terrifying, like a full 20 stack of queens. Man, you know what I need right now? Some coffee. Too many single entities. Yeah, no, definitely some fat rule breaks going on. Yeah, absolutely, guys. I think my favorite of all the things we talked about was the Helman Gorst defense. I think that was the funniest. Good knight position. Has a nice little presence there. Can attack the queen pending the action of the rook. Can also loop back and threaten the king side of black. So Phoenix King getting a nice little horse position. So this is a tense game, man. This is a real tense game. You also have the pawn on f2 that you can move up and attack the knight with, potentially. Although then the problem is if you move the pawn on f2, the knight goes here and it attacks your rook and attacks the whole backfield. So I think you have to keep the f2 pawn here to deny the knight this square. Otherwise, shit's just going to get too hog wild. Do I enjoy Tabletop 40K? I do, yeah. The Scryer Gambit, just like sacrificing everything. Yeah, that sounds about right. All right, look at this. The Phoenix King moving up the queen. Finally getting her active after, sitting there. It looks like the tactical reserves have come in. The queen AFK on the edge of the map. But now, in the late game, could be a player. On this game, they're very even on time. You can see Phoenix King is at, 114. Ice is at 111 with the increment, of course. So they're sitting pretty good. The Gorst defense, well, we're theorizing what it would be. So, all right. So we do get the pawn moving up to kick out the bishop on f4. From Ice Power Total War. Will it pull back at this point? Okay, I was thinking maybe it might move up and do some cheeky attack or something, but what's kind of scary too is the queen for the Phoenix King could go to h5, attack this pawn, and really the king is like super vulnerable. And honestly, there's not too many ways that it can be defended. Yeah, I think that's probably okay. So we get a trade back here. Yeah, the bishop comes in, takes. We get takes from the Phoenix King. Balance of power looking grim though, man. I think there's a fork somewhere here. Let me go ahead and look. There's got to be some nastiness. I do like the queen, though, attacking on the far side. Like the queen on g4 moving here, attacking this pawn, and then threatening the king up in the corner. But currently, balance of power is not looking good for the old Phoenix King. I think I'm missing something. You guys are probably seeing this. It's a mighty chess tournament. Yeah, it's a mighty chess tournament. Oh, yeah, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, oh, nasty, nasty. That attacks both the rook on f1 as well as the bishop on b3. This is getting wild. So yeah, I would imagine that Phoenix King probably going to be moving that rook on f1 right now. Doesn't want to give that up for free. I think Ice Power definitely has the backfield position. He's got like all these rooks and queens just hammering the lines. His pawns are pretty well developed up the field. Most of them are defended as well. Knight to d2, nasty, nasty, man. We'll see what he does. What is going to be the response from the great Phoenix King? Oh, he's going to give up the rook. Yeah, Ice Power happily takes a rook. We have a nice little attack here now, though. The bishop can attack the knight on e4, and then the queen can follow up, and then the queen can potentially. Ooh, oh man, that's not a bad play potentially. He takes, then you take with the queen, and then you can potentially attack this file. It's still definitely in the favor, though, of ye old... ooh, now the queen's a little bit trapped up. Yep, that's the right play. Get the rook on d1, I think. Dude, this shit is just getting wild, man. Hey, Bridger, how you doing, man? I know you. I watch you. I've watched you play your custodes. Bridger, if you just... I watch your guys' channel all the time. If you just message me on Discord, we can do a little chatting on there, man. So if we have any mods in chat, if you guys could drop a link to Discord, that'd be greatly appreciated. Do you actually watch the other streams, Bridger, or just this one? Yeah, looking pretty bad. This game's over. Ice Power's got this. He's just gonna he's gonna hammer it, and then there could be a trade here, but you could see right now that Phoenix King is going for a little bit of a desperate attack on the king, but it's not going to matter. Right now, Ice Power, his Scourge Runner Chariots have overrun the old world. And that is going to be GG Ice Power Total War claiming victory in our first match of the day. All right. Exciting chess commentary. So let us go ahead and see through the power of technology if I can load up this old website here. So 1 second. And is this going to work? Aha, kind of. Look at that. So tech savvy. So that is going to be a 2-1 victory for Ice Power Total War, who will be advancing on. Next up, we're going to have Zero versus Lord McCrag. Of course, Zero is a very active tournament player, and Lord McCrag is, I believe, a newcomer. He is in our Discord community. I don't know if I've seen him play in tournaments before, but nonetheless, it is welcome to the community members. So we have Zero against Lord McCrag. After that, we have ODM Anticity facing off against Rexosaurus 19. XMT Raptor versus a mighty champion of Clan VM. It's going to be Moors. Moors, of course, was one of the leading figures of the World Championship in Total War Warhammer. So very cool. So I'm just going to get the next game set up. So just hang tight for a quick second and we'll keep going. All right, all right. Very good. So next up here. Yes, let me go ahead and make sure I can get into the next game. I can't figure out this goddamn UI on this website. All right, are they in a match? Let's see. Okay. It would appear that we are in. Let's go ahead and switch back to the chess overlay. Oh, here we are. All right, so we're a little bit late. For some reason, it joins us like when we use spectator mode, we're a little bit late, but no pieces have been taken yet. So unfortunately, you guys will miss the opening. Basically, it was Sicilian Defense. I'm sorry about that. It's just, I will iron this out and learn how to use their tournament features eventually. If you guys enjoy it, if it's just, you know, it's just a one-off thing. Maybe we'll do every couple months, but dude, that was a good match you guys had, man. All right, so this is going to be Zero, who currently is rated 1177 against Adam Buchanan, who's ranked 800. We have the UK versus the United States here in this duel. Zero, I believe, one of the great champions of the US in today's tournament. Looks like we do get Zero getting a pretty advantageous pawn trade there. The pawn is really shutting down these angles deep into enemy lines, and yeah, nasty, nasty stuff. I've seen Zero playing chess. I've spectated him a couple times. He is very, very solid. Very, very solid. So we get the castle from Adam B. It looks like he might have been playing an Indian game early. Unfortunately, well, I guess a Sicilian defense, but very, very classical style, right? You have the fianchettoed bishop here. What that means is you basically move the bishop from where my mouse is to, you know, the G7 position, which then threatens the diagonal, which is really cool. Because right now, for example, if this knight were to attack, Zero's knight, you know, it would force a trade, and then this bishop has a hung pawn here on the far side. So Adam Buchanan can potentially take that pawn right now if he wants to, but it doesn't look like he's going to. Oh, Zero with the deep penetration there. Getting in there with that powerful, powerful bishop, which he can simply pull back at this point, or he can decide to cover it if he wants. He can move his rook, but Zero looks like he's going to take a more cautious approach, which is pretty smart. And honestly, this is scary too, because even if the bishop on G7 were to take the white bishop here, the queen will then attack, and the king is just like cowering in the corner, and shit is not going well. Mike, thank you for running this tourney. Very fun. Hey, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I know it's off content on the channel, but I like to mix things up every now and then. So Cairo is my main. Yeah, my main is the King's Indian Defense and the Old Indian Attack. I play Indian games like every time. It's all I know. Yeah, we got Marathi. Marathi is your queen. The bishop overpowered. Yeah, he had an opportunity to get that pawn though. I think that was hung earlier, but yeah. A little bit of a attack here coming in from Adam. Looks like he's got a Lorgar as his picture from 40K. I'm not mistaken. It's one of the Primarchs. I'm not sure which one. All right. So we get the trade. Zero does commit in with Ye Old Bishop and forces the king onto this file, which a little bit scary for sure. This game is evening out. I think Adam doesn't play on this website either, so I think his rating is a deception. I think he plays on a different website and just made an account to play in this tournament. So the bishop trade is in full effect. Rook development coming in from Zero, threatening the rook of Adam B on E8. Who is going to be taking the trade first? We will find out on the next episode. Unfortunately, this pawn is here. If this pawn wasn't here, man, you would have a beautiful fianchetto attack on the A8 file. But that accursed pawn is there. You can't really do too much. Just fried liver cheese turn easy low. Dude, I am not good at chess, man. My rating is about the same as Zero's. Zero and I are like I was almost 1200, and then I tanked down to like 1080 last night when I lost like 5 games in a row. So we go up and down in the world. But yeah, no, I'm not a good chess player. My dad, however, was a really good chess player. He was like a junior champion in New York for the 13 and under and was like super competitive. But I'm just a potato, so I just don't put in enough time. All right. So the queens both offering the juicy trade. Now, honestly, if I were Zero, I might consider this trade because it really makes an ugly position for Adam B's king. So, for example, you take the white queen, you trade here. Oh, look at that. The engine did not like that move at all, but you take the queen, the pawn has to take back, and suddenly there's this big, juicy, glaring opening that you can attack. I think that would be the preferable trade. Oh, no! No! What's going on here? Oh, man. The queen moving in, blundering that piece there. I mean, he does get the... Yeah, I guess he's going to potentially get some pawns back for his trade there. But yeah, no, that's game right now. Ooh. Game 1 going to your boy Zero. GG. Game 2. Yeah, I think the queen trading was probably preferable, but it didn't matter. A little bit of a blunder there. You get the passed pawn. And now Zero is on black, representing America, and Adam representing, I believe, the UK. Unless, yeah, the UK here is going to be back in business. Hey, Adam, no shame in that, man. I blunder every single game. I blunder every single game I play. Don't you worry about it, man. Zero is a formidable player too. Yeah. He is a strong opponent. Yeah. So we are getting what appears to be a Vienna game. Very cool. Knights are well developed here from Adam B. Getting a very nice, major piece development, whereas Zero is doing more of a pawn formation initially. Wonder if we're going to get a kingside castle from Adam B. It looks like we're going to be getting that in a moment. Moving up the pawn, though, on that king side. Could be a little bit hog wild. Nice change up to the stream. Yeah, it's just for fun, man. We're just having fun. This is like casual. Like, I don't have to use my hands. My surgically crippled hands that you guys can see all my scars on. So it's nice. I might even do another stream after this. I might like stream some Warcraft 3 or something. Blundering my king is the main move. Says Reverend Duckabore. Dude, me too, man. Me too. I'm the king of it. Yeah. So currently, balance of power, a little bit in the favor of Adam, but it usually is in the favor of white in the beginning. I like this position. I think this is kind of cool. Gets the queen on d2, covering the g5 bishop. Which means if something were to attack the bishop, the queen could replace it. Immediately have an aggressive attack on the kingside formation. Zero, though, getting his queen up as well. Zero has now developed all of his pieces with the exception of the rooks, of course. Usually stay in the backfield anyways. Here comes that boy. Loving the stash. Love the chess. Thank you so much for ye old donation. Yes. Does spider silk come out of there? No, unfortunately not. Just nerve damage, pain, suffering, and anxiety. That's all that comes out of my wrists. Yeah, we could do a checkers tournament next. Dude, a checkers tournament would be metal as hell. That'd be really funny. All right, so we're getting a little bit of a trade-off in the middle. Zero does end up being the one attacked in the end. However, that pawn is a little bit hung, but then a quick response from Zero's pawn does cover that, moving the pawn up to e5. Where will Adam go from here? He does have a couple cute attacks with the queen, like the queen over to b4 to attack the b7 pawn of Zero, which is currently hung at the moment. Obviously, his opponent could respond to this, but, it's an option. Nice little attack here from Adam, moving up his pawn. Of course, it is protected by the f1 rook as well as the bishop, both of whom can get some tricky business in there. Ice Power, did you have fun in your game, by the way? Yeah? Yeah, I'll use more face cams. I don't know why I don't do it, honestly. I don't know. Like, for Total War tournaments. For chess, I think it's more fun because it's like the pacing is a little bit slower and it's like, we can chat, but yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, infantry have pretty good mass in this game. Yeah, you really gotta... I mean, your knights will just get stopped by a single pawn. Zero pushing up, creating the dreaded flying ducks formation. He's got the big circle of doom. I don't know, maybe Adam is going to be able to pull back something this game. He's got a nice little position here, like the bishop. Although now the bishop is hung, so you're going to have to... No, it's not. The queen is actually still protecting it, so... Nobody has a material advantage, though, so there's not going to be too much attrition trading, I would imagine. Zero is corner camping a little bit. Yeah, he's got a lot of his army in the corner. A little bit suspicious. A little bit suspicious. Game was really fun, really evenly matched. Yeah, you guys had a great series, Ice Power. Any advice for getting a tan during September, says Christian. Well, the thing is I have Irish skin, so if I try and tan, I literally just become like just a red. I just turn into a lobster and just suffer. Yeah, like I am incapable of getting a tan. So, all right. So where is that rook gonna go? Attacking the F file, of course, but currently Zero is pretty well defended there. Even if Zero did want to move that knight off to do something, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. He'd be fine. As far as time goes, pretty damn even. 344 to 331. The increment chess is going. I was going to do a blitz tournament, but 3-minute chess was very stressful, I think. I know, it's my face. We're here. We're having fun, man. I need to get some water after the next match, though. So for those of you guys who are up next in the tournament, don't start right away after the next game, because I need to get some water and stuff. Jake says, can you shout out 378 ECES, currently deployed in the Middle East? A few Total War players in the unit. Hey, shout out to you guys, man. Hope you guys are doing well. Stay safe out there. Jake, you and the crew, man. Keep up the good work. And yeah, hopefully you're enjoying the chess stream. Shout out to 378 ECES. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Any chance of a Doc holiday stash? Yeah, someday. Although my wife gets back from Poland this Saturday, so I can't look like an absolute potato when she gets back. I have to like make some effort to look decent. I actually like this position for Adam. I like not the overall position, but this kind of attack here in the corner, like having the queen covering the bishop, which is threatening this whole angle here. I think is quite cool. I'm trying to think if there's any like fancy follow up you could do here. Maybe you move the rook, yeah, to f1 is what I was gonna say, and create like this battering ram here. Shit could get pretty wild, but there is coverage on the a8 rook. Yeah. The battery is here. Hey, Rubber Duck, take care, man. The rooks have high armor. I think they all have the same armor in this game. That's the only thing. That's the only problem. Yeah, there's no like armor values assigned to the pieces. Yeah. Raptor is going to be playing later as well. We got a lot of tournament players getting ready to scrap, which is super fun. All right, we get the rook trade. So Zero hammers down the file. And then he decides to maybe go for another trade. Yeah, it looks like, is Adam just going to take the trade? Honestly, not a bad idea. We could just see a classic endgame, which would be really fun. Ooh, look at this, man. Oh, the king actually takes. Okay, that was smart, because otherwise the queen would have gotten in that backfield and really would have started to cause some problems. So now we're getting into one of those very even late game scenarios, which I love. You know, when you just have like a bunch of haggard pawns like running all over the battlefield and just trying to get to the other side. Yeah, no, a little bit too much lord sniping. Yeah, no, not digging it. Tempest was cast and the archers were able to shoot the lord out of the sky. Warhammer 2 campaign tournament. Yeah, you know, when game 3 comes out, perhaps. So options, you know, you have the queen on d2, the white queen. She could move up and attack the both of the pawns on the far side on a and b7 respectively. In terms of knight development, it's a little bit awkward there. Most of the knight angles have been taken offline, but you could also reroute the knight to c1 and move it up. I don't think I have the tools to actually like highlight what they're doing. Oh, I do. Okay. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, white actually pulling ahead here. Look at that. Yeah, because there was a hung... Oh, brutal! And Adam with the steel chair, catching him down. That pawn was a mistake, because then it opened up this pawn attack and also checked the king. So now Adam actually has a little bit of an advantage here against Zero. Will they go to the rubber match? We'll find out. Yeah, at least my melee is viable in this campaign. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, everybody has armor piercing. Interesting. I wonder if Zero will take the trade there. If he'll send the knight in all hog wild. Just take it. It forces the queen back. Okay, goes for the trade. The queen's going to have to take. Otherwise, it's going to be a little bit of a tricky pickle. This is a really close game. It's going to come down to endgame. Pawn positioning. Something that's relatively important in these endgames, too, is getting your king activated. So, you know, the kings need to get dirty. Connect 4 stream would be pretty fun. Absolutely. All right, we get pawns marching up the field here for Zero. Where will the queens go? Both players have to be very, very careful not to get trapped in just like some chain checking situation. Okay, I kind of like that. The engine didn't like it so much, but it does threaten that whole line there, which then potentially allows the queen to get in. Okay, interesting. Interesting indeed. A closed position there for 0. Just moving in, closing up that whole angle. Not going to be taking the trade. Adam continuing to press up with his pawns as well. The king is getting active now, which is, again, very, very common in these later game situations. Yeah, I think Adam plays on a different website. His rating is far better than 800. Like, he's having a very even game versus 0, who's basically 1200, so. All right, this is going to get a little bit scary now. I mean, Adam could potentially put the black king in check if he wants to. You'd have to think about the follow-up though, right? Where's the king going to go? It's scary too, because the pawn can also move up and threaten him. You could move back down. Could move back down. Oh, it's going to put him in check again. Ooh. Allows. Oh, okay. The king is there. That is a dangerous, dangerous one. I think maybe you take the queen to d8 right now and put him in check and see where he goes from there. Okay, he's going to do something similar. Yeah. Man, that king is under some serious attack. Oh, a beautiful check and take. He's just going to keep harassing this king and just trying to force 0 into making blunders. Oh, God, look at the balance of power right now. Holy shit. It's literally saying 0 chance for 0. Yeah, it's rough. Okay. 0 is really far ahead on time, though, guys. You have to take that into account. 0's got 2 minutes and 20 seconds, just about. Okay. Now 0 is playing the game of attack the queen. Or the king, excuse me. The old Franz is being attacked. This is a close one, yeah. But Adam's got passed pawns, man. He's just gonna like... Honestly, you could just put that queen behind that pawn and just push right up the board, and I think you win. Just got to be careful, though. There's a discovered check right here. If this pawn were to move, it would... well, it can't move, obviously, because of the king being in the position it's in. Okay, now it's a little bit safer. Yeah, that's game. That's game. The queen trade, it's just basically, yeah. That's it. All right, guys, we're going to game 3. Game 3. Go look, have fun. Damn, 1-1 rubber match. We got some even games here today. Yeah. Hey, Tom Malone, how you doing, man? Hope you're doing well, Tom. Adam says, I'm 1400 rapid, I don't play blitz. Okay, got it. So Adam is 1400. Yeah. The gentleman he's playing, Adam B, is 1400 rated. Yeah. Very good. This is a tense match between these two players. Yeah. The rating steal. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't think he plays on this website, so. Yeah. 0 does play on this website. All right, so we're getting a Sicilian Defense coming out from Adam B. A fianchetto to bishop here from 0 on the G2 position. Probably going to be seeing a castle there. It almost looks like a King's Indian a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Where will he go next? Dude, these are some super, super tense games. Yeah, it seems like everybody's in the same ballpark of rating. I think we had a couple people that are a little bit lower, but overall, really, really good knight position there for 0. Nicely played. Even if it's taken by the black knight, the pawn can take it back, and it'll be a pretty annoying little pawn there. Although still a little bit in enemy territory. Yeah, and we get a nice knight development from Adam B as well. Pretty much identical positions. Yeah, very, very similar in some ways. Yep, we are getting some trades. The queen moves up, takes. The queen is now active. When will we see some more tabletop action? Not sure. Like, I don't know. Probably after I move, because our current space, we don't have a lot of space for like a whole tabletop setup, so yeah. All in due time. I've been playing a lot of Age of Sigmar lately too, actually, with my Demograph Knights and Karl Franz back there. I'll show you guys some in between games now that we have the webcam on. Yeah, pretty cool for sure. Adam moving the bishop over to d7. What could he potentially attack? He could go to b5 and attack the pawn on d3. Although the queen is currently covering it. He'd have to find some way to uproot that piece. 0 getting pretty aggressive there as well. Bishop doesn't have anything defending it, but it still is threatening. the queen. Like, for example, if you accidentally move that pawn, you know, the queen would certainly be in trouble. Damien Genkuya Barzo, hey, what happened here? It is possible to somehow play today in this tournament. Not in this one. How much rated am I? The highest rating I've ever reached was like 1280. I think my rating right now is like 1078. So, yeah, I go up and down. Because I try and learn new openings, and then I lose, and, you know, that's kind of the jam. Yes, the Bretonnian Knights are off the table. No more knights. You guys, clearly the cavalry meta is very poor. You can see all of the cavalry have already died in the beginning of this battle. I think CA needs to do something about fixing them. Yeah. Yeah, big issue there. Nice attack there from Adam. Going to be attacking the pawn on b2, which is currently unprotected, but a good response from Zero as well. Repositioning the rook onto b1 to protect it. And then the files are being lined up. The rook from f1 moving to e1. Where will the next big attack going to be taking place? I think in the middle, perhaps, we might see some pawn aggression. Maybe like the pawn on d3 will move up and try and form some sort of a pawn break or something. I don't know. It's hard to say. The bishop is a little bit trapped there. Yes, that is correct. But his file wasn't great anyways. That bishop already was kind of trapped up by their own pawn. The queen moves back from Adam, which tries to attack the pawn on a2. Zero responds pretty effectively there. And now we're going to be getting some pawn trading. But this is actually good for Adam because he does have the queen attacking there. And I don't think anything's covering that pawn, so he will be able to get that and also get a pretty threatening position with his queen. My queen. No, it's the Jon Snow queen. Cavalry is trash. Look at this. Yes, we've already lost all the cavalry. All right, Zero kicking out the queen. Where will she go? That queen could also just kind of nest herself right in the middle of that pawn triangle there. Yeah, or the pawn V, as they say. Our chess score bishop still overpowered. I love that. All right, the queen decides to fall back, taking a very cautious approach. Adam is a much better player than I am, and pretty much most people that are playing today are better than me, or you know, slightly better than I am. So please take all of my advice with a grain of salt. If you guys are actual chess players, you'll probably notice a lot of things I'm saying are wrong, but I'm learning the game with you, and you can see my title is mediocre chess player. So I feel accurately representing myself here. Someday I'll be okay. Someday. Ice Power should fight Stockfish next. Yeah, just fight like the most dreaded bot. All right, Zero takes a bit of a hit in the bounce of power there with the queen. The engine did not like that move at all. Probably because it does put the queen on the same file as the rook. You know, if things were to get a little bit wild with that pawn there on e7, the queen would be under attack. Turn, we need a Skarsnik versus Belagar chess. Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet. I think like a Dwarf versus Goblins chess set would be really cool. You know who could actually make one, like by hand? Would be Lady Turin. She's like very crafty. She could totally make a chessboard from scratch. Oh, nice play by Zero, though. Getting the bishop in the backfield, threatening there. I like that. That's a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure for sure. Death Hags are bishops, Dread Knights are cavalry. Yeah, for you. Okay, so this is also a very good play by Adam, attacking there. Because then what happens is if Zero takes here, you know, the queen is going to be able to just come in and butter that bread. Okay, trade. King moves up. Are we going to be seeing a trade here as well, perhaps? It's also dangerous, too, because if you take with your king here, then the enemy queen can come in and put you in check, and then it can take, like, this pawn here. You know, that might not be a bad idea for Adam. But he's in check right now as well, so he's going to have to figure it out. Zero getting a nice check here in the middle on d4 with his queen. And, like, if the king even moves to this file, oh, man, okay, I see what's going to happen. Nice block there. Because if he had moved back with the king, he would have just been put on check through the H file. Yeah, this is going to force a trade here. I think Zero, or Adam will probably take. Yeah, he's going to take. And then probably the king will take. We'll see. It's a tense match, dude. Holy shit, man. This is real tense. Okay, he takes with the bishop, or the rook, excuse me, giving up the file, which is not too big of a deal considering the pawn structure. Yeah, I mean, basically both players, we do have a slight material piece advantage for Zero. He's got one extra pawn. Nice little hammer going down. You know what Adam could potentially do here? Is he's got like this really, really, you know, heavy-duty backfield. He could just start layering up the bishops and form like a huge attack, or excuse me, the rooks, and form a huge attack on this side if he wants to. Like elevate the bishops and just, or God, rooks, they're rooks, goddammit. And he could get in there and just hammer them down. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Queen getting in position there on D7. It looks like the engine did not like that move too much, and for the reason I do not know. We also do have the potential queen from 0 moving on to the E6 spot, being covered by the pawn, really disrupting the backfield and trapping that king in place. Okay, it looks like we're going to get a pawn attack on the far side. So the H-file pawn from white is going to be moving up. The dreaded flank is here, guys. Yes. This game is missing a caster. Yeah, it really is. It is. We need some wizards in this game. I need some water too. Shit, man. I woke up like literally 20 minutes before the stream, so I'm still getting my bearings. Double up rooks. Isn't it called elevating the rooks? Yeah, double up. Yeah, makes sense. I'm sure there's a ton of terms you could use there. All right, so yeah, looks like Adam is going to be trying to stack the rooks. Maybe hammer that position, because then he can move up his own pawn, the one that's in front of his king, and he can really threaten that file. Looks like 0 maybe creating an escape route for his king. I'm not sure right now. Where, oh, where will that other rook go? Yep. These players are playing pretty fast. Now, as far as the speed goes, okay, nice attack there. But I think Adam will easily be able to respond by moving his 8-file rook just to kind of cover it. You can see the rook up here. He could just move this bad boy over there if he wants to. Oh, I can actually grab the pieces. That's cool. I mean, obviously it doesn't affect their game, but what do these things do? Live analysis, add to library, download, and share. Okay. Replay. So the rooks are fully stacked there. I think we might see some pawn action from Adam B. Maybe the pawn on G6 will move up and attack, trying to open it up. Ooh! Oh, the engine did not like that move. Maybe it wants 0 to take the trade? I'm curious what the engine would actually say here. Okay, that actually gets Adam back in the game. So I think it wanted to make a trade happen. Yeah, I think that's what the engine was suspecting was the play. Okay, got it. Thank you. Yeah, my terminology, I'm a complete noob, so bear with me, guys. We're just having fun. The queen from Adam. Now the balance of power goes massively in the favor of 0. Oh god, the dreaded triple stack. 0 still has the advantage though, according to the old engine here. This is going to be a pretty scrappy match, man. We got 2 rooks and a slight pawn advantage for 0, but not to the point where it's like game over. You know, there obviously could be some blunderooskies here. Engine wanted G5. Yeah, that makes sense. Beautiful, beautiful rook position. God damn, Joe Rogan. That's nice. Look at that. 0 just hammers right into that position there on E6. Really, really heavy penetration. That's what she said. And yeah, just getting in there. Doing its thing. Pre-selected people today, but I will be doing normal ones in the future. Did he miss a free rook? Yeah, I was looking at chat, so I probably missed that as well. I'm sorry. Is he going to take this? Huh, that was a pretty good play by Adam as well. He normalizes the pieces. And also, you know, he could potentially get his pawn a little bit further up the board if a trade is taken here. What will happen? Who will do it? The dreaded siege battles taking place here. All right. Oh, man. Adam getting back in this game. Bounce of power now in the favor of black. And there is a vulnerable pawn there as well, which can't even really be moved up. Adam is really, really taking this late game here. Yeah. That... Okay, nice little threat there as well. Does threaten the check. The pawn is taken. Very, very nice. Pawn for pawn. This is, oh my god, it's a bloodbath. It's an absolute massacre. These guys are just trading wildly across the board. This is a very, very even match. Looks like 0's going up the board. The Bretonnian peasant is making a run for it. He's on G5. For the lady. Foot squires. Oh, dude. So 3 squares, though. That's the thing. Oh, man. Guys, I think 0 might actually get this. Oh, my God. 0's going to get it. He's just going to move under and then move the pawn up. Oh, my God. 0 got back in the game. Crazy, crazy. So now this rook is basically trapped here. So now what needs to happen is 0 needs to get active with his king. Yeah, and threaten here. Oh, my God. This is tense. Adam's pawn rushing down the A file. For the lady! The peasant was charging. Dude, it's so intense. All right, 0 just needs to move the king up at this point, push the rook off. Okay, interesting. I like that. It gives you options, but I think you could have just gone here. Okay, yes. Oh, no. He took too long to get there. No. Crazy. Adam is back in the game. The throws. The throws, baby. Oh, my God. This is wild. Yeah. No, guys, Adam is going to win this now. He's got all these passed pawns, and he let the king get in position to protect the rook. Oh, man. That was such a close moment. And he had a lot of time, too. I think he might have rushed that decision. Adam is coming in with the steel chair in the 4th quarter. Unbelievable! Do you believe in miracles? All right, he's going down the A file. Putting him in check. It's a desperation check. He does get it. They're both going to be able to get their queens here, but not before Adam gets his queen. And that is checkmate! Damn! And that's the series. GG, well played. Holy shit. What a scrappy game that was. That was really tense. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the bracket here. Don't start the next game yet. We have Anticity versus Rexosaurus next. Hang tight on the game, guys. I need to grab some water and a couple other things here real quick. All right. Dude, Lord McCragg just barely pulling that out. Those guys were evenly matched, dude. That was such a good series. So now we have Ice Power versus Lord McCragg coming up in the second round of events. And we have Anticity, the Kraken King, the Lord of the Vampire Coast, playing against Rexosaurus, which is going to be quite a bit of fun. Yes. All right, so hang tight. Let me grab some water, Anticity. Don't start your game yet. I'll give you the signal. That was a really good game, though. Holy shit, man. We needed a regrowth on the battlefield. Is that what you're saying? Oh, that's so funny. All right. So hang tight. Let me find my boy Anticity here. All right, Anticity, go ahead and start your game. So you guys can get in your match, and I will spectate right away as soon as you guys are in. And hopefully we won't miss the first couple plays there. Anticity says he's got a good melee rush. Yeah, we'll see. I'm just going to keep refreshing here. And wait as long as you can before you start the match so I can get in. So the Kraken King will be challenging his foe here. 1,500 bullet rating. That is really, really solid, guys. That is a very solid rating from the Kraken King. So clearly he does not mess around, especially at the faster pace of chess. Oh, he's going to go with Solastra. The Solastra Gambit, huh? Is it Rexosaurus versus Anticity? Is this the game? For some reason, let me go ahead and double check the bracket here. Yes, it is. Okay. So we're going to get into this match here. Okay, we got in just as it started. I'm so sorry about that, guys. I just you're missing like a couple moves, but it's not a big deal. So we're getting the dreaded Philidor defense. Anticity moving up. Look, yeah. The Kraken King going for a super hardcore rush. Those pawns are just like flying up the battlefield. Anticity has not even developed a single piece yet. There goes the first knight being developed here. It looks like his rating is 981. Rexosaurus rocking a mighty 400. I think, yeah, this is going to be a hog wild game. I don't think their ratings are accurate because I saw 1,500 for Anticity's bullet and then I didn't see Rexosaurus's rating. So, yeah, very fast play. You can tell he's probably a bullet player. Couple nice positions potentially. You know, he could get the old knight here on D7 and move up here to C5. That's a pretty nice position. Gets the horse really spearheaded in the enemy formation. Bounce of power a little bit in the favor of Rexosaurus here. It's Perturabo. I'm sorry, I get them confused, man. Dude, Adam, what a tense match you had there, dude. Ben, you should have played. We'll be doing this like once a month. It's obviously not going to be as popular as other formats, but I think it's a cool, wild-ass thing to do every now and then. And there is a prize today. It's a $25 prize, so, you know, you can win some money today. Shit. You know, it's not a lot, but yeah. Bring on the Anticity with the Scurvy Dog Gambit, yes. The pawns are his scurvy dogs. Solastra is his queen. Bounce power is pretty even at this point. Both players have traded some material off. Anticity rocking the double knight versus the double bishop of Rexosaurus at this point. Nice little pawn attack. Going to be kicking the knight back. Knight could have gone up here or here, maybe. No, he couldn't actually. He was on this square, so no. But will the Kraken King continue his push? I have to say, whoa. Whoa, was that a blunt? No, okay, he was just trading for a second. I was like, I didn't see the initial take, so I thought that was a blunder right there. Holy shit, man. The Scurvy Dogs, yeah, they're pressing up. He's going for that back line with the pawns. Yeah, very classic. We do get the knight developing here for the Kraken King. A little bit of an awkward position for that knight, though. He's a little bit hung. If something were able to attack it, it would be vulnerable, but we will see. So this is a Canada, Anticity is Canadian, in case you didn't know, versus America duel. We have Rexosaurus representing the United States and the Kraken King here representing Canada. Yes. Now we need a mod that turns Total War chess battles into chess matches. Yeah. All right. So Anticity's rook here probably will take. Oh, he actually goes with the knight, which is fine as well. Got a couple options. Ooh, very aggressive backfield play by Rexosaurus. Moving the rook up the h-file to h7. Putting a little bit of pressure on the knight here. Not that it will be doing too much considering how well protected the knight is, but it's a little bit precarious. I mean, the king is obviously like, if the rook could somehow check the king on the 8 line, he could then take the queen. But it is being protected, but if something could force that rook off at some point during the game. Yeah. No castling. This is a wild game. Like, usually, oh. Look at the balance of power. Oh, God. This is going to be, that was a blunder right there. Oh, my God. Rexosaurus just taking it over. That king is just so trapped right now, dude. Oh, God. Because basically it opened up the queen here. And yeah, no, that's checkmate. That's game. Rexosaurus with the steel chair, dude. Oh, brutal game. Game 2. The Kraken King Scurvy Dogs were not there to defend the backfield. Man. Good gaming daily. That was a steel chair. Oh, that's mate. All right. What will the Kraken King do? Kraken King is on white. Rexosaurus is on black. The Sicilian defense being enacted here by the Rexosaurus. He'll probably fianchetto that bishop next, I would imagine, or develop his knight there on the B file. Dude, that was a steel chair for sure. Gotta smell the poison pawn. So we do get the fianchetto development here for Rexosaurus, which is going to be threatening here. So if you can force this pawn off on the E file here, the E4 pawn, then the H rook is just going to get steel chaired. Rexosaurus showing no mercy. You look away for a second and something happened. Yeah, absolutely. Dude, this is a pretty wild tournament so far. Yeah, and if you guys enjoy this, we could do like a big community tournament where we open it up to everyone. I just wanted to gauge interest today and see how people like it. But we could do a big community tournament. I wouldn't be able to cast every single game, but we could do something fun like that. Oh yeah, that's some delicious H2O, I have to say. So Rexosaurus taking a defensive approach, which of course is usually quite standard for the black position. The queen being developed from Rexosaurus, attacking the knight on f3, which is quite well defended, but I don't think that's his main goal here. Queen also attacking the b2 pawn, has a couple nice angles here. We'll see what he can open up with the rest of his attacks, but currently Kraken King is a little bit ahead on the bounce power. He's had a nice development, but you know what was crazy about last game is neither players actually castled last game. It was just a balls deep, wild ass attack. Okay. Anticity pulling ahead in the bounce power. The engine did not like that move. Did not like that. Kraken King does take, which does force a potentially awkward position for either the pawn. The queen, of course, probably not happy in that position either. So look at the bounce power right now, guys. It's just a massive chubby bounce advantage here for the Kraken King. But how will he follow up? He does attack the queen. Not a bad play. The engine didn't hate it, but I don't think it was the optimal play. I think you maybe had a couple other options by moving up the pawn and threatening as well. There's probably something there I missed for sure. My rating, the best rating I've ever had is 1280. But right now I'm 1070 or 1080. I lost like 6 games in a row last night, just like tanked into the pits of hell. Yeah. Yeah, this is a balance of power bar. So there's an engine that analyzes the game. And on chess.com, when you finish a game, you can have the engine analyze your game and tell you all the mistakes you made. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Absolutely. So Rexosaurus getting pretty ham with his queen here. You know, the lady Ariel is running all over the battlefield. Queen a4. Yeah. That's what's going down. Queen went to h5 there. The bishop, excuse me, the pawn advancing here for Rexosaurus does give a big balance of power advantage here to the Kraken King once again. I mean, it kind of looks like it's just a free pawn. Yeah, it looks like it is. Oh, no, it wasn't quite free. There was a follow-up there. But, oh, no, wait. Hold on. Am I missing something? Okay, no, I'm not missing anything here. Yeah, pretty much all the major chess websites have it. Hey, Melody, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Thank you for joining. So let's see here. What options do we have? If that bishop could be... Oh, man, no, because now the trade is there. The Fian... Yeah, I would imagine Rexosaurus will take... Oh, no! The wild-ass trading is going down. Damn, dude. Absolute bloodbath as they trade a bunch of their major pieces. Now, the Kraken King definitely had a pretty big advantage earlier in terms of position, but... Oh, that pawn is free. Take that pawn. Yeah, and then you could take the bishop, too. Get the bishops off the board is quite nice. Oh, there's a fork as well. The knight can go to c7 and fork. If Rexosaurus doesn't see this, that's going to be game. And the Kraken King will be back on the board. Is he going to see the fork here? Will he respond and deny that file? Oh, he doesn't see the fork. Does the Kraken King see the fork? It's on c7. If he moves there, he forks, he takes. Oh, the Kraken King with the steel chair. He's going to get it. Oh, brutality. And now the bishop is blocked here, so he could have potentially put him in check. But okay, he moves to a safe position there. Now it's only a matter of time. Now, the one thing that the Kraken King needs to do is he needs to develop his other pieces back here. Like, get this bishop active and maybe get this rook on the... Like, you could stack this file and probably just, like, brute force this down. Yeah. Like, just brute force down the D file, I think would be a potentially decent idea. Or you could just do a slow push with your pawns and shit. Like, there's no rush. Okay, check from Rexosaurus. The Kraken King is back in business after a crushing defeat in the first games at the hands of the Dreadlord Rexosaurus. The Kraken King has rallied Solastra and his undead host, and now he continues to move forward. All right, pawns moving up the A file here. Pretty good idea. Yeah, just like trade off pieces. Move the pawn up again. You know, just kind of get it past and get it comfortable. Live your best life. Looks like some aggressive play coming in from the far side with Rexosaurus. He is getting his pawn up the board. Is there any play from that knight here? Let's see. Like, could this knight go anywhere fancy? Doesn't really look like it. That knight's kind of in a weird position. Honestly, though, I think if he moves the knight like up here and then down and repositions it, yeah, there could be some really nice play there potentially. This is pretty nasty though. I would imagine that Rexosaurus will take here. He's got to. This pawn is way too past. It's too strong to be left alive. Ooh, he's going to let Kraken King take that? I guess he's really going in for the attack here, which I understand. A little bit of a desperation play, but understandably so. The flank overload is in full effect. Kraken King takes with his king. Solastra crushing there. Or Luther Harkin. Yeah, Solastra is the queen. Luther Harkin is the king here. That makes sense. But I would imagine that Anticity here will take his pawn and just do this. Like, I think that's... I guess he's getting put in check here, so he's got to be a little bit cautious. Where do you go with the king? It's kind of a little bit scary for that king. But this pass pawn, I think, is just GG. Look at the attacks here. I like Rexosaurus' tenacity. He's like, he just keeps going, man. Even when he's like down super hard, he's like pressing this king and like trying to threaten his opponent. I really like his tenaciousness. That I got to give him big props here. Like, not giving up. A lot of people would have just resigned when they got forked there, but he is like still scrapping. And honestly, like, oh, okay, the pawn was actually taken back. Yep. Then the knight takes. Now you could just like look at this open field. This is like the promised land. The Great Sea is being parted here by the Moses horse. And I think you could just move your pawns up this side of the board and just win the game. Little king attack. I think you just move here. Move to, yeah, d5 and just put him in check. look for more forks. You have a good opportunity here. This pawn is a little bit hung. You can take that bad boy. Hey, we're doing really good. Thank you for joining, guys. We are here in the chess tournament. Currently, it's the Kraken King facing off against Rexosaurus. You got a free pawn here. Okay, that works too. I mean, hey, it's all good, man. Free pawn still. Although this pawn is a little bit hung. Maybe you advance the b-file pawn to cover it, I think would be the smart play. Just like, don't give them anything, man. You know? Take from them everything! It's absolute chaos, absolutely. Oh, interesting. Not the right play, I don't think, but it doesn't matter too much. Ooh, maybe you can get some nasty, nasty play going here. This king, the black king here is in big trouble. You have the rook here. You could move up to d4, put him in check, start to like kind of trap him in the backfield a little bit. Yeah, he's in some serious danger here. So I'm in danger. Yeah. Yeah, this rook is definitely a little bit trapped up in the corner. A free pawn here, though. I feel like you got to take that. I mean, Anticity could just go for the checkmate, too. Just so I can try and checkmate him here. Like, that king is in a really, really dangerous situation. You know, Kraken King has to watch out, too. He's a little bit hard on time right now. He's down to 50 seconds, and Rexosaurus is playing a much faster game. He's at 2:34 at the moment. So, time is a factor. Now, every time they make a move, I don't hate that move. That's cool, because it kind of pins the bishop in place, and if, like, the bishop moves, the rook gets taken. So that's pretty nice. I think you just keep methodically picking him off. Just take all the freebies you can. Because, yeah. Okay, so you get the pawn moving up from Rexosaurus. Could we see a throw? Anticity could run out of time, guys. He's got 36 seconds left. Speed is a factor here in chess. I mean, they're playing increment chess, though, so every move he makes, he gets a couple seconds. But he needs to play faster here. He needs to play faster. He's so far ahead that I don't think it matters. Just take reckless moves and just force trades and you win. Yeah, like take this pawn next move, I think is the right play with the knight on e3. The king will cover. The king can, you know, help with any trades. This bishop is pinned. Yeah, so just take it. Just take it now. Like it also, the knight can then also jump over here and take this other pawn, which is then covered here. Yep, just take and take. Just keep taking. It's getting hog wild with that. The clock makes me nervous too, Melody. I hear you. Yeah. You should have played in Macho Man Randy Savage. Get up? I know. Well, next time I do one of these streams, I'll add a lot more ridiculous features. I didn't have much time to prepare for this one. Maybe just go 8. Oh, nice play. Okay, he gets the bishop active, covering here on this file. Now you can just pick off this pawn and start passing these pawns up the board. If the king wants to get over there and deal with that, you know, you're going to be able to move your d-rook to cover it. Yeah, you got to overcast the Barona's time warp. Absolutely. You got to get going fast. So, Anticity here. 21 seconds on the clock. 1:32 for Rexosaurus. Extremely tense moment. Because, you know, okay, the rook is moved. Whoa, that is a ballsy trade from the Kraken King. Puts himself in check a little bit. He's still up by a lot of material, but this is... Okay, you know what? Oh, this could be tense. He's got to move up his pawns. You got to move up those pawns. I'm trying to think. Kraken King is making a run for it. The Scurvy Dogs are pushing the backfield. He's got the king in check. He needs to get his king active here. Okay, going after the free pawn. It's a good play. His rook in pawn position there is set. He could just chill. Oh, man, that king needs to get active, dude. Okay, maybe putting... Oh, that's the play there. You put the... You either move the king across or you get the bishop on e5 and attack the rook here. That king is on a white square, though, so this bishop can't attack it. Dude, this is so close. Rexosaurus is such a scrapper. Oh, no. That pawn's going to get taken. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, good positioning from Kraken King. He gets his bishop here for the double cover. This king needs to just power move across the map right now. Take this pawn. Oh, no. Oh, I like that. Oh, but the king's in check. He's going to chain check the king. He knows he has the time advantage. It's 1:05. 13.7 for Kraken King. He's very, very low on time. Oh boy, this is a tense game. If Kraken King loses this, he is out of the game. He is so far ahead on the bounce of power. If he just makes the correct moves, he's like in a great position, but he doesn't have much time. He could have actually potentially taken there. No, he couldn't. No, he was covered by the pawn. Oh my God. If they get a draw, they play another game. That's how that'll work. But I mean, Kraken King has to play quick. Like he's just got to be flying around. He's got to make sure not to block his rook up either too much. Okay. Oh, was that a freebie? Oh, a big blunder. A big blunder there from Rexosaurus. But now the pawn is for free, which is going to make it it's winnable for Anticity, but it's not going to be easy. It's very hard to win with this arrangement of pieces. If he had taken with the bishop though, that would have been an exponentially better play because then it would have been covering. Oh, but why does Rexosaurus not take that? Oh, he's letting the pawn live. Better watch out though, that rook is in trouble. Anticity's got 5 seconds left. He needs to move. Holy shit. Okay. The pawn is going to fly up the board here. Just move that pawn up the board. Oh my god, this is just so stressful. Oh god, he's got to move the king. Yeah, just move something, dude. Yep, take the trade. Now does Anticity know? Oh, it's a draw. Draw. Repeat game. Damn. All right. So we repeat the game here. Because it's a best of 3 and a draw just basically doesn't count as anything. So, all right, you guys are getting another match here. Damn, dude. All right, so we're getting some heavy action here. Dude, this is so fun. I love this shit, man. We get the Philidor defense coming in from the Kraken King. Dude, look at the knight pressure, though, man. Yeah, this is going to be like a blitzkrieg of a game. You could even put the queen here and like the queen on e2 and put the black king in check. But it looks like Anticity is going to be developing a pawn structure here. Yeah, but look, even if the people are making mistakes, which everyone does under pressure, like, look, if they both had 10 minutes to stare at the board, they wouldn't have made those mistakes. But when you put people under time constraints, that's when the shit gets the most exciting. Yeah, you can't checkmate with the king and a bishop, so it's an auto draw. Correct. Yeah. All right. So just standard development on the side here for Rexosaurus. Anticity had a strong lead there, though. He definitely could have won, but I would have made the same mistakes. I'm not criticizing at all. Ooh, nice. Rexosaurus taking a free piece up in the middle. Anticity pretty backed into his corner. Is there anything that he can potentially get back here? He's just going to be attacking. Not bad. Oh, that's a nice attack there by Anticity. Because if the knight then moves, the rook is taken. Will Rexosaurus see this? Or will he blunder Ruski? Now, probably going bishop to f2 is going to be the right play. Or a decent play. Oh no, the knight is covered by the queen, though. Yeah, but going bishop f2 is the right play. And then you just castle, and then this whole situation is like solidified in the corner. But had he just moved the knight out of the way, that bishop would have just gone balls deep into the back line and taken out that rook on the h1 position. Dude. Very, very tense. No, not standard development for both players. I was saying for Anticity, just developing pieces. Yeah. Yeah, there'll be more chess tournaments for sure. All right, Anticity's put in check. Honestly, you could just go for a queen trade right now. Oh no! I didn't see that. I didn't see it till it's too late. Oh, Anticity blunders his queen. Oh man, Rexosaurus just putting pedal to the metal. Damn, dude. Oh, God. The humanity. Adam, you're normally not stressed during chess, but that game you were. Yeah, guys. If Kraken King comes back, I'm going to be so impressed. That is rough, dude. Oh, God. The queen just got karate chopped so hard. No, Anakin, I'm too weak. And it's the game where, like, everything matters, too. Now, look, I have seen people come back from this. Rexosaurus still could blunder, but I think the last game was the Kraken King's game to take. And I think now Rexosaurus is going to be going for the finish. Yeah. Too weak. I am too weak, Anakin. Help me. The mad lad. That was like watching the Order Tide. Okay, good attack from Anticity. This is actually pretty nice. Look at that. He attacks the queen on e2. He does threaten this, but yeah, that's the right play because now this space can't be taken. Is there any fancy plays he could do? He could put the king in check here. I think maybe Anticity just goes for a balls to the wall attack. Like, I'm talking like knight f3, like check the king, like move like the rook down and just go crazy, you know? Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. He could still force a blunder out of his opponent. I mean, Rexosaurus did have some mistakes last game too. Absolutely. Huge advantage, though, for Rexosaurus here. Huge. Anticity here. 879. Rating has dropped a little bit here, but maybe we'll see what can be done. Yeah, potentially a free pawn as well. Absolutely, yeah, there's a couple pawns here. Like, both these pawns are fresh fish. Okay, he's going to go for the check instead of the free pawn. Because the pawn was free here, but in doing this, he's attacking the king and potentially stressing out his opponent a little bit. So, yeah, now he can go and take the pawn if he wants to. How could he really punish that? So he takes that. If the C does that, then he has to take back. So Anticity does net a pawn there. There was a free one. Yeah, and don't listen to me, guys. I'm a noob at chess. I'm just like theorizing here a little bit. Okay. Yeah, and what Rexosaurus is doing is he's just trying to trade pieces off. He knows that. He knows that he could just trade because he has a queen. There's also potentially a free pawn here. I'm surprised we didn't see that. We have the queen that could just go take this and just go apeshit in the back line. Yeah, the queen could even afford to trade with the rook, potentially, depending on the circumstances. Celostra got killed pretty early in the battle. She got run down by a Bretonnian knight, fully couched lanced. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is the play. I could be wrong, but I think you go queen. Yeah, exactly. This pawn is potentially viable as well. You could do some nasty shit. Yep, just take this pawn here, this pawn now. Although it does give the free pawn potentially to Anticity as well on the bottom side. Could also go right here and just form like a hammer. Yeah, I think just taking the free shit is the way to go. Anticity could respond by taking the C2 pawn, which gives him some options, which I think is good. He's basically just down a queen right now. Yeah. Okay, Rexosaurus attacking. Will Anticity continue to take material there? You know what he could actually do? Anticity could go D2 with his rook. He's got the bishop covering there, and that bishop would then be attacking the E1, but it looks like he's just going to go apeshit. Yeah, just charging in there. Just guns blazing. So it'll probably come down to a queen versus like a rook or a bishop in the end. No, I've showed my face many times on stream, just not in a long time. It's been a quick minute since we've done that. All right, Rexosaurus with the check. Anticity is going to have to fall back. Oh, the blunder! The Kraken King is back in the game. Holy shit! He blundered there. So the bishop was able to take that, and now, guys, we actually have a game that could be won by Kraken King if he plays his cards right. Holy shit, guys. We got two pieces. The blunder. Oh my god. I can't believe it. Yeah, there was a missed mate there, if I'm not mistaken, but dude, oh my god. Yeah, just take the pawns. Kraken King just needs to take the pawns here. Oh my god. Dude. This is such a tense game. The comeback. The comeback. Oh my god. Okay. Maybe you just put the rook under the bishop now. Oh, that's nice though. It puts the king in check. That's nasty, dude. He's going to lose the bishop here. Ouch. It's still within range though, honestly. Anticity could take this pawn here. Slow down, Rex. You got 3 minutes. Yeah, Rex has a big time advantage. He's got 3 minutes and 2 seconds. I think Rex could just play it a little bit more cautiously. Yeah, just getting out of check here. Anticity does have the extra pawn, so I think he's just going to probably try and get a pawn up the board. That's his best bet. He's much more likely to do that than your boy Rexosaurus here, who only has the 2 pawns. Dude, this is tense, man. Pawn advancing here for Rexosaurus. Dude, wouldn't it be funny if this ended in another draw? Jesus, man. Yeah, blunders are way more interesting. Yeah, for sure. It adds a lot of spice to the game. I like this play from Anticity here. The rook, and then you bring the rook over to h1, and you can attack this position. So just come across here. That's got to be the play. Yep, go h1, attack here. Just form like a Helm's Deep and move up the board. If everything here kind of protects itself, you can move the king up. You can move the king up, then you can move the pawn up. Yeah, just like a press. Okay. Puts him in check, but he just kind of keeps moving up. The Helm's Deep continues to press up the board. little bit of a wild pawn on the other side of the battlefield. Dude. A little bit. Oh, that's not going to save you, dude. Oh, no. I think the king maybe should have gone here instead. Because now shit is just going to fall apart. Yeah, that's game. Because now the white pawn just takes, and then the queen takes the rook, and that's just game. Oh, but he gives him an opening here. If he repeats that move too many times, it will force a draw. Okay. Yeah, nice. He leaves cracking king like a glimmer of hope. Like, he could have just ended the game right there, basically. But I think he, yeah. Don't you put that evil on us? Dude, I'm like, my hands are sweating. When the timer gets low, like, I'm getting nervous, man. Chess is an intense game, you know? Dude, is he going to let Anticity get back in the game? He's got this, though. Like, yeah. Like, right now, you can, let's see what you could do. You could put the, oh, never mind. Never mind. That's game. But if Anticity gets a draw out of this somehow, you know, if his opponent like makes repeat moves, Anticity could go for a draw, which will give him another chance at his opponent. It will give him another chance. Dude, this is some wild ass shit, dude. Yeah, and Anticity does withdraw. The Kraken King has been defeated, but a valiant effort today. And let's go ahead and update the scorecards. So, hold on. All right, 1 second. Don't start the next game yet, guys. Wait for me. We're going to go ahead and get the brackets updated. There we go. So, Rexosaurus advances on with, we'll just say 1. Yeah, there was a tie in there as well, but yeah, Anticity played really well considering he lost his queen. Like, he almost got back in that game, dude. It was really tight. So, next we have 2 more Total War Tournament players. XMT Raptor versus VM Moors, a clan war between Raptor and Moors. Should be very exciting. So I'm going to get this game set up here. Anticity tried to draw kite him. Yeah, he did. At the very end. The dreaded draw kite. Yeah. All right. Dude, this is a lot of fun, isn't it? I know we don't have as big of an audience today, but I'm having a blast, dude. Okay, so it's Moors versus Raptor. All right, so you guys can start your game now. I'm watching. Moors and Raptor. I'm just going to refresh until I see that you guys are playing. So Moors and Raptor, go ahead and start your game. You played great, Anticity, man. That second game for sure was yours. With just a couple of mistakes here. XMT, the best chess clan. We're gonna find out right now. I've never played Crazy House Chess, no. So Moors and Raptor, start your game. They both have new accounts. I think they both play in Lichess. Yeah. Okay, we don't see it yet. Should see their games pop up in a second. We got Moors and Raptor. Rusta, I'm doing good, man. Everyone seems to be having some fun today. It actually is chess. I know a lot of people were like, is this going to be a Warhammer tournament with some weird rules, like a pawn rule system or something? But let me go ahead and message these guys. Okay, hold on. I just have to keep refreshing or else sometimes it won't show me. Super extreme, I know. Total War looks a little bit different, absolutely. It's a different format today. Hold on. Okay, let me tag him. 2 are up. Start game. All right, cool. Message the players. Sorry, I just have to be really on top of this because I want to try and get in before the game starts. I don't know how to host a tournament yet on this website because I only, I'm still learning the ways. But all right, I think we're gonna get in pretty damn quick here. Look at that, we got in before the game started for once. All right, so we got Moors versus Raptor. Now, they're both making new accounts on this website, so their ratings aren't quite accurate. I believe Moors is rated around 12, 13, 1400, and Raptor, I don't know what his rating is. So yeah, I don't know. Ah, game aborted. Why is that? They can play. Letting the players know they can start. No worries, my friends. How's it going, Hadries? Hope you're doing well, man. We appear to be in a lobby together. Cool. Am I missing anything here? It looks like we're in here. The game was aborted, maybe because they didn't move their first piece, but hopefully they can just start from here and I don't need to like refresh and get in. So let me go ahead and connect and see if I need to, I might need to just refresh it real quick. Okay, it's loading in. I think we might miss like, miss the business here. Branded water. I know, I wish that water company was sponsoring me. Okay. We're good. Sorry, guys. For some reason, there was a little bit of lag, but we're in now. I need to figure out the tournament system here. So now we have Raptor versus Moors. Moors appears to be going for, I don't know the name of the particular defense here, but I do know that the Philidor defense is being used by Raptor, the big pawn development in the middle, with the bishop attack early. Moors going to be kicking that bishop out with his H-file pawn. The bishop simply falls back, still maintaining its attack. This development from Moors, though, pretty sweet. So here, the countries being represented. We have Norway facing off against Russia. So here, the bishop, not bishop, but the knight, probably going to be taking the d5 position, which is really, really good. Although now that this knight is here, it does give a little bit of defense here to the Raptor. XMT versus VM. We have a clan war going down as well, which is very, very exciting. Not really a fan of turn-based combat. Yeah. Fair play. Chess needs some sort of RNG. Yeah, we need some Total War RNG, right? Like attack animations I just randomly missed. That'd be pretty goddamn funny. That's for sure. God. Perfect information strategy gaming was perfected a millennia ago. Yeah. Pretty cool. So time is looking a little bit tight for Raptor. He's certainly taking a lot more time on his turns. You get a pawn attack coming in from Moors. Very aggressive play. I actually think that we're going to see probably a queen's side castle from Moors. He's been attacking very heavily on the king side, so I think he'll move up his queen and castle on that side. So what he's doing here is he moved up his pawn to a3. That is taking away the attack position from the black knight here on c6, which would love to attack on b4. So that's why you saw that, which is nice. Ooh, that is a very, very interesting choice there. Because now the pawn takes. That is actually a blunder there by Raptor. He just blundered that piece because now, you know, it could be the pawn can be taken back, but Moors has a knight to respond to that. So a very, very early blunder here by Raptor, potentially going to be costing him a little bit. Rusty, still thinking of getting back into StarCraft 2? I've recently downloaded it again, but my APM hurts my hands. Old man problems. I feel you, dude. Probably not. Warcraft 3 is my jam. I've been playing that every night with my friend Paul. Yeah. Melody Wallace? Oh, please. No worries. No worries. Everyone makes mistakes. Honestly, looking like a pretty good position for Moors. He is a ferocious player. I have played many games against Moors. We played together, probably like 15 games together. We had some really good matches. The knight on c3, probably going to take the... Yeah, that's another potential free piece, right? So if Moors takes his knight on c3 and attacks the black knight on d5... he gets the advantage, right? Because the enemy queen would have to take, but okay, we do get a reposition there. The black knight now has a 2-for-1 position on the d5 knight, so it should be safe. Although the hammer is being lined up. Moors is lining up the old Russian hammer, getting ready to get in there and blitz the position. There is a free pawn as well. We do have the pawn here that could potentially be taken. Moors does have the knight on f3, which can take this free pawn. He is going to be taking that bad boy. Living his best life. And Moors really, really in an extremely dominant position. Currently up an entire piece. I would imagine Moors will probably move the pawn up on the f-file. Oh, he actually just pulls back. Interesting. Yeah, I thought he might like continue to consolidate that attack, but that's probably a great play as well. Probably better than my play. He did have a free knight there. Absolutely. He had the 2-for-1 pin on it. But then Raptor did manage to get in position to defend it. But I mean, if you're looking at board development, man, Moors has like a lot of pieces developed out, and still most of the pawn positions from Raptor are very, very passive. The queen is now in action, though. God save the queen here. See how that goes. And what will be the next play here for Moors as I take a sip of water? A Total War chess tournament? That would be interesting, yeah. That would be very interesting. So Raptor's starting to get a little bit of development and creating a minor pawn structure on the far side. The knight for Moors getting aggressive once again. I'm trying to see if there's any real cheeky plays here. I should probably cast these chess tournaments later at night when I'm more awake. I'm like just getting my bearings here. Turin, have you ever had a career in radio? I feel like you could host a late night jazz station. I would 100% do it. Look, if you paid me enough, dude, sign me up. I would do like you know what I've always wanted to do would be like an auction. You know when those like guys from the south just talk like a million miles a minute? I would love to do one of those. All right, the horse moves from G5 over to E4. Looking to reroute somewhere. Not sure where quite yet, but just getting out of the danger zone. It is covered by the G2 bishop here. You can see the bishop is covering right there. So all is good in the realm there. Raptor getting pretty aggressive with the queen, looking to maybe force a blunder out of Moors here. What positions can the queen potentially compromise? I'm looking for kind of a... He does have the diagonal here, which is kind of cute, but unfortunately you'd have to send the queen in first, and she would just get karate chopped by the white queen as well as the white pawn here. Audiobooks? I don't know. Unfortunately, I have really bad allergies, so when I talk for a long period of time, my voice really starts to hurt. Yeah, it just sucks, you know. I have really bad allergies, guys. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. So, as far as time goes, Moors up quite substantially. Playing a very tight game, honestly. Like, I haven't seen too many decisions out of Moors that have been questionable. Raptor's got about 1:50 on the clock. The Russian hammer continues to press through his opponent's forces. But Raptor holds firm in the face of the pressure. I do like this knight here. I feel like it's got some good play. Like, depending on how Moors plays, I feel like the black knight on D5 has some options. You know, like destabilizing the position here by taking out the bishop and forcing the pawn, opening up this whole pocket. A lot of neat stuff going on. C5 is a game loss, you say? Well, let me go ahead and take a look at C5. Yeah. Yeah, there's some scary stuff going on. Horse racing caster, sign me up. A live painting stream. Well, the thing is, if I did a painting stream, I'd probably be more calm. Yeah, I still got to show you guys the miniatures as well. This is all game one too, guys. Remember, this is a best of three. This is a best of three we're seeing today. Okay, Raptor with a cautious pullback. The bounce power doesn't really feel one way or the other about that particular position. Oh, Moors getting deep into the backfield there. Look at that. We got a free pawn here now, but it looks like he pulls back. There was a free pawn and a pretty decent escape route. Like, he could have taken the pawn and then gone here and like angled the king. But Moors decides to take a more cautious approach, which is understandable, but I think he did have a free piece he could have taken right there. Moors pulls back with the queen to D2. Looks like, oh yeah, this is nice too. There's still the free pawn over here. Or as I think Hikaru calls them, juicers. He does have the E3, which could go over there and take out the pawn on H6, which probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Just take the freebie and pull back. You know, you're already ahead by so much. Yeah, he also is, he's up by like 2 full pieces right now. Yeah, the free bishop. Yep, okay, the pawn moves up. Oh man, Moors really just going for the death thrust here. That king is just in the danger zone. What is going to happen here? Like, if he can attack this file with some sort of a diagonal, man, that would just be nasty, nasty stuff. It is the bounce of power, basically. I mean, look at this thing. Yeah. All right, pawn takes. Moors will probably just take back. That opens up the file. Yep, totally fine. And now what you do is you just get the bishop here on H3, and then you move the pawn up, a discovered check, and then like there's going to have to be some sacrifices made. Yeah. Honestly, I think that whole line of play is pretty strong. We get a pawn advance from Raptor. I don't think it's going to do much for him. I think Moors moves up this pawn, and then the Russian hammer comes in with the bishop and just closes off that whole position. Because the king can't go here without sacrificing the queen. He'd have to either sacrifice a rook or a queen to salvage that position, which would just be an absolute disaster. Yeah. Oh, yeah, buddy. Yep, nice play there. Good play from Raptor, the B6 to attack. We do get a little bit of trading going on. Moors comes in with the steel chair. And now this file is open. But that was good. That was a good play by Raptor. That was solid. But now the king is under attack once again. It is under attack once again. He does get the Raptor. The bishop was trapped there. Some intense shit, man. Raptor's scrapping back here. But guys, Raptor only has 13.8 seconds. Moors is rocking 3 minutes. 3 balls deep minutes. It's definitely probably GG. Like, Raptor would have to be possessed by some ancient some ancient, you know, chess player from Norway, just some grandmaster from the days of old to come back and win this probably. See, the engine didn't like that. Did not like that because there's actually a fork right here. You can see that the, oh yeah, that's some wild shit. The knight could have gone right here and could have forked the queen and the bishop, and it would have lost to the rook, but still getting the bishop off that diagonal would have been really nice too. Yeah, Moors is just clamping in here. He's clamping in. I think we'll see a much better game from Raptor next game. I think he was just getting warmed up here. See, that's, you know, he's got some play. He's got some play here, like a couple decent little angles. He's managed to get like the 2 pieces back. He was only down by 2 pawns, but Moors will win on time. Game 2. All right, we're going to game 2, baby. Yeah, Magnus Carlsen could have won from that position for sure, for sure. Cue up again. So now they'll battle again. It's best of 3. And we'll see if Raptor can get back on the board. There was a fair amount of plays there, yeah. All right, so we get the king's pawn opening from both players, e4 and e5. Heavy bishop pressure. Looks like there's, ooh, we could actually see the knight, the G knight, move here and here and like attack this square and go for like a really quick checkmate. I wonder if that's what's going to happen. Okay, it's kind of looking like Moors is thinking that. Okay, good play though by, oh, it looks like Raptor was thinking about that. Moors is on the other side. So Moors is on black and Raptor is on white. So yeah, he denies the knight jump there, which is really, really solid. I have to say, Moors is a very fast player. He plays pretty damn quick. Like, Moors is only used, like, he is actually positive time right now. He's at 5:01, and his opponent is already down, you know, 20 seconds. Clearly, Moors putting the intimidation into his opponents here. I love this knight position, man, though. The C3 knight is so good from Raptor. Moving it up here, like, really, really penetrates back into the back lines of the black here. Yeah, the black forces. So Moore is still sitting pretty good on time. The Russian hammer continuing to not hammer the clock. Well, I guess he is in a way. Like if you're actually playing over the table chess, it's like, yeah. Nice attack though. Moore's getting those pawns up the queen side of the table, pressing that bishop. The bishop's going to be forced back. And Moores is starting to develop a pretty good attack of his own, a little bit of a counterpunch. It looked like Raptor had a really solid midboard position, but now Moores has kind of pushed him back. He's got the fianchettoed bishop there, which is kind of cool. Attacking the king's side of the board, where we will most likely see the old check. You want me to play the winner of the tournament? They will probably beat me, but yeah, we could potentially do that. Or maybe I'll play them another time. The anti-fried liver defense. Yeah, there's like, isn't there an opening called the fried liver and like the hillbilly defense or something? There's some weird shit, some weird names in chess. So Moores has fully developed all of his backfield pieces, of course, with the exception of the rooks, which usually stay put. As far as castling goes, neither player is castled yet, but it looks like Moores is going to be castling kingside here in a minute. We'll see what he can do. Raptor has a decent little mid position, though. I love this bishop on d5. It's pretty threatening. We get the castle, save from Raptor, and we get the castle from Moores. The response, classic stuff. Will we see Raptor create an escape route for his king in case his midfield is compromised? Something to certainly do. I think that would actually be a really good play. Like the pawn here, moving up to the to h3 would be very strong because it would deny this knight the attack, and also it would create an escape route for his king there. Yeah. Yeah. This is fun. We're getting in there. There's something called the hillbilly defense. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. It's like hillbilly something. I don't know. There's some wild names. There's one called like the hippopotamus. Fried liver is when you try to get the bishop and knight to both attack f7 and you get the rook. Okay, makes sense. Yeah. So Moore's getting pretty deep into enemy lines with his knight. I would imagine Raptor will probably take there with his knight. The f3 knight will probably take. But then it does lead to the pawn attacking. But then the pawn can kind of be taken at a later date with proper positioning. We'll see. Because now what's probably going to happen is, oh, okay, we get a little bit of a trade there. The bishop's trade off. Raptor playing a much tighter game this time. A much tighter game. Not making as many mistakes as the first game. Look at Moore. Moore has like some ancient wizard as his picture. It's so cool. That looks like some like 70s animation, like Lord of the Rings style. All right, the knight pulls back. This does give the option for Moores to compromise the pawn position, which is exactly what he's going to do. Now this king is very open. So for example, the queen could move here and then could move like down and attacking, you know, right here on this, not in this file, but like over here, and could potentially do some work. So just some wild pawn trading on the queen side of the table. Looks like Raptor is going to be lining up the king on the B, or the rook on the B file to match his opponent's position. Pretty even though, honestly. Moore is a little bit ahead according to the engine, but it's a pretty close game, honestly. It's the hillbilly attack into the Cairo Khan. Okay. Yeah, so you guys know a lot more than me. We're just having fun, man. We're just having fun. I'm trying to learn as well. I'm learning with all of you guys. It's pretty fun. Pawn takes. The knight will probably counter. The knight is covered by the C1 bishop. Moore's getting that queen active. Where will he go with the queen? Probably just going to attack right here. Oh, this is a pretty nasty play. Morris can take the queen and move down here and potentially put the king in check and start to really harass that back line at some point. I mean, that is available to him at any time if he just sits here right now. The pawn's advancing up the C file for Moores. We get a pawn at press as well. Probably going to see some knight development. I wouldn't call it development at this point, just the knight moving on the F file. Moores is going to have to move that bad boy. I honestly don't hate this play. Like moving the knight there, yeah. I think that's good. He's got the queen covering it. He can attack the enemy horse over there. Cause some problems. The Jagatai Cairo Khan defense. I love that, dude. That's so good. This is how a perfectly balanced Warhammer game without RNG would look. Yeah, I suppose so. Although, don't people say in chess that the white player usually has a slight advantage? Yeah, I personally prefer to play black. I like to kind of counterpunch, but all right, bishop falls back for Raptor, getting out of the attack of the knight. The knight's just going to take there, though, and then the bishop will attack. Yep. And what sort of... You know what would also be a very good play is if Moores were to get his bishop maybe and go here and line it up with the king. That could get some really, really threatening attacks for sure. But this is fine as well. Will we see the attack from Moore? Moore is in a very dominant position right now, though. Oh my god, look at this. Yeah, he sees that. Lot of nasty shit going on here, guys. He could attack this bishop. He could attack with this. Like, he can go bishop here, queen here, and then, like, go here and, like, just do so much damage. It's the White Scars versus the Black Legion. I play Black Legion in tabletop, actually. Yeah. I got an army there, which is pretty cool. All right. So Moore's still holding on to the engine bounce of power advantage, but Raptor sees a bit of a glimmer of hope. Raptor's only down one pawn right now, so this is actually a pretty good game. Pretty good game. Moore, though, Moore's has that really nice pawn structure in the middle. I'm trying to think what we do here. Yeah, white has a huge advantage, you're saying? Yeah, makes sense. All right. We get some pawns trading off. This is going to be advantage of Moore's because his bishop can, or excuse me, his rook. Ooh, this is nasty too because the rook can then take here. It covers the bishop and also attacks here for some sort of fancy play. Also, Moore's hasn't developed his other, well, he has been using, he castled, but there's a lot he could do with this as well. Yeah, Black Legion's fun. Unfortunately, they just have shit-ass rules in tabletop right now. So we're just in the pits, you know. We're just in the pits. He could go with the knight to A1. It'll push this off, and then he gets this pawn for free. That's probably a pretty good play from Raptor. Raptor's running out of time, though. Raptor only has 35 seconds. But I think rook to A1, attack the A6 pawn. It looks like he's going to be forming a bit of a chain there, but I think that was a good opportunity to not only push this character out of his backfield, but yeah. I mean, his opponent could have also reacted by bringing the rook over there to protect it, but I think that was the play. 1 minute until army losses, yeah. Looks like there's going to be some trading on the table here. It is increment chess, which means whenever you make a move, you get time. So you get like a couple seconds. Yeah, Abaddon is very good in tabletop. Oh, man, that queen is just buck nasty. That queen is buck nasty in there. Some top-tier chess commentary, buck nasty queens. Okay, so We get the queen for Raptor riding out to meet them. The Uruk-hai have stormed the keep, and King Theoden rides out. Well, Queen Theoden in this case. Rides out once more into the deep to try and salvage this. But the king is in check. Oh, God. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Yep. Yeah, this is going to get pretty wild here. Moore's only up 2 pieces, though. He does gambit a piece there to try and really, really hammer this position home. But I think Raptor is so low on time. Wouldn't this be a crazy comeback? Time win again. Yeah, most likely. Raptor just needs to spam moves now. Oh, hold on a second. Raptor takes this. Okay, it looks like he's going to attack the pawn, but he could have gone to F1 and potentially hammered this position. Oh! It's getting wild! This game is actually, you know, somewhat close. The queen has a potential nice option here. Like, you can go here. Not enough. Maybe if the pawn moved up as well. It's Queen Theoden today. All right, an attack on the queen, which is when she moves, as soon as that's... Oh, that's over. Just come here and that's game. Yeah, it's like the king is just... It's going to be rough. This queen is going to... Someone's going to have to be sacrificed. And Moors wins by checkmate. The Russian hammer showing no mercy. Well played to Raptor as well. Formidable games against a very strong opponent. But that is going to be the GGs. So now we can go ahead and update the bracket. Let's go ahead here. And Moors will be advancing on. VM Moors versus Rexosaurus, and Ice Power versus Lord McCrag. So next up, we're going to be doing Ice Power versus Lord McCrag. So if you guys want, just go ahead and get that game set up. And you can go ahead and start, or get in the lobby right now and get ready to start. Because the messages will be slightly delayed, so it's going to be Ice Power versus Lord McCrag. So refreshing here. Looks good. Refreshing, just waiting to see when the game starts. So Ice Power, you guys can go ahead and start your game now. That was a good game. It was a good proper scrap. GG, well played. Just refreshing. So we have a chess club. On chess.com, you can make a club. We have a chess club called CHESSHAMMER. So at the end of the stream, I'll put a link to CHESSHAMMER for anybody who wants to join our club. So for like future events, or if you're just looking for people to play with, it's like people in the Total War community, which is pretty cool. Yeah, the chess is from the picture's from the Queen's Gambit. It's yeah, it's from the Queen's Gambit. Moore's delivering some serious business right there. All right. Oh, Phoenix King is not playing right now, so we need to Ice Powers and Adam B. So you guys should be playing right now. It's refreshing. I don't want to miss it. Cool. Looks like they're getting on each other's friends list, which is excellent. And we are in. Let's watch some chess. Oh, we even got the first move. Okay. King's pawn opening from Adam B. This is going to be a ferocious battle. This is the battle of the UK. We have Ice Power from the UK and Adam B as well. Who is going to be the king? Yes, we will find out. Or queen. I actually don't know. So I play chess since you're 4 years old. Jabba, you must be pretty good then. All right, the Cairo Khan. Defense being used by Ice Power. He told me beforehand that's what he likes to do. An immediate check coming in from the F White Bishop. And a response from Ice Power, kind of cauterizing the wound with his horse. The horse is getting in there. Clan Moore's OP in chess. Yeah, Moore's he's a very strong chess player. We've played quite a bit. He's very strong. He's definitely better than I am. I've gotten a couple games off him, but he's better than me. Yes, the British battle. It's happening. Ice Power here. He's got his Queen Marathi and his Witch King Malekith. His king is Malekith. The queen is Marathi. The horses are Dread Knights, and yeah, he's got a whole nomenclature. Yeah, we're having fun, man. So heavy attack from Adam, man. He's getting real aggressive here, but Ice Power is defending pretty well. He's going to be kicking out that bishop right there with the pawn on the H file. What I really like about Ice Power's position is I love this bishop right here. The fact that it's like this horse is just like, if it moves, if it like blunders here, that queen's just going to get the business. Yeah. The bishop falls back as well from Adam B. So now we're getting to the higher ranks of the tournament. The duels getting more and more intense. The time ebbing. Yeah, man, I really need some tea right now, or like coffee or something. That'd be so goddamn nice. Oh, man. When will the next chess tournament be? Probably once a month. I'll do like the monthly chess tournament for the Total War community, yeah. All right. Ice Power Total War pushing up his A-file pawn to push back the bishop. Adam forced back into a pretty defensive position, although that position does yield the bishop to then fend off this one. This is actually pretty nice. So here's the thing. If Adam can threaten something else on the board that's substantial enough, like then this is a hung bishop. It's you know, undefended, right? So maybe you go knight here, right? You go knight there, and then you have the option to potentially, you know, harass some stuff in the backfield, but oh, look at that. Okay, trading those pieces off. That's nice, though. It does kind of compromise the position. Although I think we're going to be seeing a queenside castle from Ice Power. Like he'll probably just castle over here. He's got like the queen and a pretty good little wall. This position is compromised. There's a huge open file. I don't see Ice Power castling on that side. Christian, welcome. Yes. So Adam doing pretty well on time. He's rocking 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Ice Power Total War at 3:55 at the moment. Nice attack on the queen. Where will the queen go from here? The queen cannot go to b5 because of the bishop on e2. So the queen will probably be forced back. Ice Power could reroute, maybe form some sort of a hammer attack on this side, like get the queen here and like maybe threaten this square. If he could get us, ooh, that's actually a potential play too. Like you go queen there, right? And then this guy can come down and you can do like a hammer on the king side defense there. Although no, you can't. That's a really, really nice. But yeah, you could push that off with the bishop as well. Okay, there's a lot of sequences you can go for here. Yeah, a lot of sequences. So the queen just falls back, maintaining its angle on the king. You can see here the queen, of course, is filed with the king. Oh, you know what? There's actually, no, it's being defended by a couple pieces. I was going to say a little something, something there. Looking like a close game. Looking like a close game. Been on a work retreat all day, 10 hours, full lectures, and now turn stream. Damn, dude, that sounds like a long day. Well, we're here. We're having some fun. All right, trading off pieces. That's fine. That bishop was in a precarious situation anyway, so I probably would have traded it off as well. Could potentially move the bishop, the white bishop, to h5 to line up the enemy king. It's not a hung piece. The queen, of course, on a7. Oh, no! No, Adam blunders his queen! Oh, is Ice Power going to see it? Oh, Ice Power with the Scourge Runner steel chair. Marathi coming in there. Oh, no, dude. The dreaded blunder. Yeah, and Adam resigns. Wisely so. Dude, the queen blunder. Ice Power Total War takes game one. Oh, no. That sneaky queen on a7. Dude, brutal. All right, Adam may have dropped the first game, but he is not out. The battle for the UK continues on. And now they will queue up for another match here and get this party started. The Sniper Queen. Oh, the Soul Stealer. It's the Soul Stealer Gambit. Yes, I love it. Dude, oh man. How many people are playing? 8 today. We got 8 people playing. Oh, Adam says he misclicked. Oh, the suffering. So, Ice, you need to accept rematch. Let's see. All right, looks good. We're all set. Yeah, we're doing some commentary. I don't really know what I'm talking about, but we're having a goddamn good time, and that's all that matters. I know a couple things. All right, so from the mighty Englishman, we do get the English opening from Adam. Oh, no, it looks more like a... Oh, he's going for... That looks... Okay, an English opening from Ice Power. It looks like Adam is going for a King's Indian Defense. Yeah, so he gets the quick fianchetto, the quick castle. Yeah, this is like a classic Indian style game here, if I'm not mistaken. So apparently Adam did have a misclick there, which is unfortunate, but it is a part of the game, and it does happen. It doesn't really happen so much over the table. Yeah. So nice bishop position from Ice Power as well. This bishop has a super solid file. The bishop on g2. like if this bishop were to move from Adam, like he has a free pawn and a free rook. So he really, really needs to, oh no. Oh, Ice Power's got a freebie. He's got a 2-for-1 freebie. Like this fianchettoed bishop takes the pawn and takes the rook right now. Like free. Fresh fish, baby. Oh, Anakin, I'm too weak. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, now you just take that rook. Oh, God, what a great, great bishop. Jesus. Big advantage so far for Ice Power. The classic fianchetto trap. Yeah. Beautiful. Now, Ice Power just going to be pushing up, you know, further solidifying his advantage. Nothing like a... That's my favorite thing ever when you see that. Oh, God. It's so good, Anakin. So good. So yeah, Ice Power's in a pretty commanding position. He has a couple options. You know, he could develop his knight here if he wants to, get a really nice solidified knight in his enemy lines. We do get a bishop attack coming in from Adam. Ice Power able to evade that. And then Ice Power is going to be able to develop his knight up here as well. Like, you always want knights, like, at the head of these, like, pawn formations. It's very strong. Dude, the dreaded sniper. Yeah, that was the Reaper Bolt Thrower play from Ice Power. The Reaper Bolt Thrower opening. Oh, man. There was actually a bit of a blunt, like, according to the engine, a bit of a blunder there, but apparently it wasn't taken advantage of. Yeah. I don't hate this position, though. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Oh, Adam has a big, big opportunity here, guys. Okay. Wow. This is sketchy. So Ice Power and Adam, if you guys are listening right now, just turn your mics off. I'm going to give it a second. There is like a massive, massive play that Adam has. Okay. Okay. Man. Yeah, that's exactly right. So basically, this queen can hammer this position, and there's the bishop here. If the queen can get to this square, that's game over. That's checkmate. Ice Power did move up his pawn to protect that. Yeah, so you take with horse here. Although, no, you don't. No, the queen is down here. You don't do that. But, like, there was a potential opening for that. Man. Crazy shit. I like this, continuing to attack that square. This square is very important right now because it's blocking this diagonal to the king. The king is in a very dangerous situation. This bishop needs to be kicked out. But good play by Ice Power. He's solidifying the diagonal to block the queen all in. That queen all in could have been nasty, nasty shit. Yeah. Well, they're on stream in the beginning of the games because I need to tell them to, like, start. So, yeah. This is some nasty, nasty gameplay here. Adam has done a good job scrapping back despite being down a substantial amount. Ooh, yeah, the engine did not like that. I don't understand why. I'm too much of a caveman. I'm like Wolfric the Wanderer, but apparently the engine did not like that play. You can see the engine if you guys haven't seen chess.com on the right-hand side. There's like a column that basically tells you the bounce of power. So currently the bounce power is massively in the favor of Ice Power. Their lordships are on the line. Yeah, I know. Seriously. Nice, and they are. They are indeed. The big diagonal has been weakened, but this bishop is still a problem. But what's going to happen now is the knight is going to kick the bishop out. Ice Power knows that thing is a threat. He's got to take it out. Yeah. Looking around here. Ye old bishop trying to hold on. You guys are suggesting the black knight to c4. Yeah, that's not a bad play. The white bishop was trapped. Yeah, what was it? Well, currently, Adam and Perturabo trying their best to get back in the game here. Ice Power with the early snipe giving him a substantial advantage. Yeah, I'm like an ape playing chess for sure. I just play King's Indian every game and just do that, yeah. The bishop does indeed have no escape, and that's why the turn is taking so long. The bishop is definitely trapped. I mean, what could you do to salvage the bishop? Nothing. Yeah, this bishop's trapped. You go here, you get taken. You go here, you get taken. And you can't even trade, which is the worst part. I mean, I guess you could go up here and then, like, at least get a piece, like some consolidation prize. But no, even then, the knight is going to take you, so. I finally noticed. I know. We did. Hunter of Haggards. You like the stash? Yeah, it's pretty serious business. Looking pretty grim for black here on board. Another piece going to be taken for free. Ice Power does get the dreaded trap. Time is running. You could just start forcing some wild ass trades if you're Adam and just hope that Ice Power blunders on the response. Like, you could take your bishop here and just, like, hammer this, like, get your, like, knights developed and start attacking over here. Like, you got to get something. They're circle beating the bishop. They are, dude. Yeah, they really are. Okay, so we get the knight moving up. Ye old knight at the spearhead of the formation, but Ice Power going to be taking that sweet, sweet freebie right now. Will Perturabo and Adam get back in the game? The pawn moves up, attacking the pawn on e4. As you can see right here, look at this. Yes. Will Ice Power trade back? I don't know. He might not. What is lost by trading here? So if you take here, I can move the pieces, but I'm a little bit afraid to actually do the actions. I don't know what the outcome would be. Bishop d4 for check. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Could potentially do something here. This knight is a little bit in the way, though. He did get the free piece. Adam is being very thoughtful here, which is good. Going to put some pressure on that knight. Ice will bring out the queen. God save the queen. For the queen! A lot of crazy stuff. Is there a 40K book about... Oh, I have no idea what that is, Christian. What you're talking about there. All right, so we get a pawn trade. I would imagine that Ice Power could opt to actually take with his knight, but it looks like he's just going to be taking for the pawn to maintain the remnants of the Haggard formation. A little bit of an opening here. Not enough for black to really capitalize on. He can't quite hammer through here. Ice still has a bit of a formation with the pawn covering the f4 bishop. The queen is now active. That is a good queen position. Very, very solid. We'll see if Ice Power notices it, but that queen is attacking the knight on h3, which is currently undefended. So that knight is going to have to move. I would imagine the knight might go a knight to g5, which then defends this square against the queen's trolling. It could be kicked out, but then you have like some fork options, like the knight could go here to here. It's then forking a couple things. Okay, that was a blunder, I think. That was definitely a blunder, because now Adam can just go balls deep. This knight is free. You just got to get in there and take that. Yeah, great play by Adam. Really good attack. A bit of a mistake by Ice Power. Certainly not going to lose him the game, but it lets Adam get a glimmer of hope back into the game here. Because, like, you know, there's the rook advantage, but in terms of overall pieces and whatnot. Ooh, man. Is Adam going to scrap his way back into this match? With right click. Oh, okay. So with right click I can. Okay. Oh, check that shit out. Okay, and what else? I hit Alt. Oh, shit. Okay, that didn't work. Holy shit! Look at what the bounce of power just did. Okay, we got to figure out why. It just gave everything to Adam. There's got to be a fork somewhere. Oh. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man, this is getting tense. Ice Power with the blunder. Dude. That king is in some trouble. He's on the highway to the danger zone. Okay, what's going to happen now? I have no idea. Shit's getting wild. G5. G5 is the play. Yeah, perhaps so. We'll find out here. He's got the G5 horse. Oh my God. Adam going in with the full attack. The bishop on D4, checking the king. The king is trapped in the corner. He's like, Anakin, I am too weak. Help me. Dude. Oh, and there's a free bishop here now, too. Like, he could bring the rook and just hammer this bishop. Dude, Adam is coming back with a vengeance against Ice Power Total War. Oh, man. The Beastmen Powerball. The Dark Elves are being overwhelmed. Bishop D4. It's getting ham. Oh, man. Okay. Okay, dude. Oh, God. The queen is going to have to take. The queen is going to have to take here, I think. Or the king could move here, but then there's the discovered check. Oh, my God. The comeback. Where's the follow-up going to be, though? Will he make a mistake? The king will be put in a discovered check here if the knight moves anywhere. Ooh, a mistake. Oh, he lets Ice back in the game a little bit. Oh, man. But it is a discovered check. Ice Power blocks it. There is a pretty decent little trade here as well. The queen can go to g3. Oh, but not anymore. No. Oh, he could have gone to g3 and just put him in check and then taken some shit. Oh. Man. Adam evens up the... Oh, and he blundered. Does he blunder the queen? No, the queen isn't blundered, but it is potentially vulnerable here. Yeah, just take the trade. Holy shit, man. This game is wild as hell. Adam had that one. Just a couple little misplays there. He's running low on time, so understandably he's going to be a little bit, stressed there. He did miss the checkmate, I think. Yeah. Dude, what a tense game. Great comeback, though, dude. Adam was very far behind. Okay. He had the free bishop there. A couple other things. He could have just really owned that position. Yeah. He went for this. He wanted a good proper scrap, a good pub scrap. All right. Is there anything the knights can do? Any forks? Not really. Ooh, brutal. Oh, God. And both knights get lined up. Oh, no. That was not the play. The blunder scrap. Okay. That makes things a little bit more interesting. And then the knight takes. So it's horse. It's horse versus rook here. And the rook will typically do better in these situations. Yeah. See, it's like just brutal. Yeah, he's going to take the pawn. You can't take a pawn back. Dude. This is wild. Like, a lot of these things are beyond my understanding, but I'm having so much fun watching. He almost... Dude, Adam had that. That attack was a thing of beauty. He almost had that, dude. It was so good. Okay, so he's got to start moving that king up the table, maybe. Adam's a little bit light on time. He's continuously attacking. I can't tell you how many times against a knight in the endgame I've, like, just made a mistake, and that thing just, like, gets me, Game over, man. Game over. All right. I don't know what that king is doing, but he's getting kind of buck nasty. Attacking the pawn once again, but that bad boy's going to make it all the way to the danger zone. The rook just moves to a1. Supports it, and that's game. Oh, that works too. Same thing, really. Yeah. Yep, that's game. Look, Adam could force a draw. If Ice Power makes a mistake here, there could be a draw. And then that would give them another chance at a match. It doesn't look like it, though. This should be GG. Some Warhammer after the chess tournament. I might do a different stream. I'm not sure. I'm going to put up a Warhammer replay for today, though, after this. Yeah. Could we see the dreaded draw? It's certainly possible. Stranger things have happened in this wild-ass tournament of ours. Yeah. Juicer's going to win, though. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, Ice is really going to have to screw up here to lose this. Like, he can just slow push. Just slow push up the battlefield. Helmengorst him. Give him the Helmengorst finish endgame. Helmengorst endgame. Just roll up and Mortis engine him down. Adam was a beast this game. We got to give big props to Adam. He was down super hard and he almost came back. He almost checkmated him. Yeah. That's game blouses. He's just going to get a queen and ladder get him with ladder. GG! What a match. Damn, dude. That was a scrap. All right, let's head on over to the bracket. Do not start the next games yet, my friends. And let's go to this. Ice Power Total War, making it to the finals of a chess tournament. I can't remember. Was it a 2-1 or... I'll just put 1. It's fine. I can't remember what the score was. All right, and now we have Rexosaurus versus Moors, the Russian hammer against the mighty dinosaur. Who will win today? Let's go ahead and get the game set up. Do it to it. GG. Well played. All right, so let's go to my friends. So Moors versus Rex. Go ahead and play now. All right, so just got to keep an eye on this. Get ready for the next match. Did you have fun playing today, Anticity? Hopefully you had a good time, man. Your games were super tense, man. They were really fun. Yeah, chess is a great game. So excited he forgets about the score. Absolutely. Even though it's at like the top of the screen here. Add each other through the club feature. Go. All right, so it looks like they're getting the game all set. I'm just going to hang tight, keep refreshing this for a hot minute. We should be fine. Thanks for sticking around. Yeah, he had guaranteed mate after my night blunder. Yeah, he did. But it's not like super easy to see when you're under time constraints. That's the thing. A lot of people don't understand how stressful it is when you have like a minute or like 30 seconds and you have to like see all that. Because like you're looking at the clock, you're being distracted. It's just like, yeah, it's really easy to make mistakes like that. Okay. Let's keep it rolling, man. Just waiting for them to get into the lobby. It's going to be Moors versus Rexosaurus. Moors should be standing ready. All right. We're good, man. I had a dream last night where I was famous and being interviewed about my favorite sports star, and I said Falcon. You actually said that in your dream? That's pretty hilarious, dude. I love that. Got to make sure the players can connect. God, I'd love some tea right now, too. Okay, looks good. Moors and Rexosaurus should be messaging one another at the moment. They're all in the chess club, so they should be able to play. Felix, hey, I'm glad you're enjoying it. You applied to get into the club. You don't need to apply, dude. Anyone's welcome to join. I'll put a link in the Discord after this. Man, Anticity has a really high bullet ranking. 1500? Damn. It's crazy. Man, it's pretty wild shit. Any second now, my friends. Yep. They have connected. They will invite and challenge each other. Man, we should have gotten my dad to commentate with you. So there's a really awesome guy in our community who goes by the name of Chess Devil. And great friend of the channel. Great supporter. We played chess a little bit together, and he was like a former like competitive chess player, like top tier, like ranked like, I don't know, 22, 23, 2400 or something. Some crazy shit. Playing in tournaments. And I think for future streams, I'll have him either play in it as the final boss or maybe be like a co-commentator so he can actually explain what's happening, because I'm kind of winging it, you know? Yeah, Anticity, I have no idea either. Maybe it's just because you only played a couple games. Yeah. Oh, too many games versus the AI. Got it. Yeah, fair play. Okay. They'll be up in a second. We'll be good. Yeah, Ice Power saying, usually I don't blunder pieces, but the clock and viewership pressure is super oppressive. Yeah, it is, dude. It's stressful. It's really stressful for sure. Just waiting. Okay, they're playing. And here we are. The battle for Middle-earth is here. The last champion of the United States, Rexosaurus, battling the Russian hammer via Moors. Let us see how this goes. Hey, Chess Devil, how you doing, man? Yeah, I saw your message. Dude, we could totally have you as a final boss, but you would just crush everyone, dude. There is, so ODM Imperator was a competitive chess player. He was apparently very high level. Okay. So off to a very fast start. We saw Moors in his earlier matches is an extremely fast player. It'd be pretty funny to see Moors versus Ice Power in the finals. It's like, are we watching a Total War tournament? So immediately the pawn structure on the queen side is compromised, but that doesn't matter too much for Moors. I think he's just going to obviously be castling king side, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue there. Knights being developed according to, oh my god, yeah, this has some seriously long name in terms of that, but probably going to fianchetto this bishop here on g7 and then follow up with the castle. Of course, he has to get his knight out of the danger zone. He doesn't want to be Kenny Loggins here in that battle. Pawn takes. Queen lines up the king. Probably going to see either a bishop block to allow the castle, but man, Rexosaurus is going super aggro here, man. Super aggressive. And he's actually ahead on time. He's ahead of Moors on time, which is very impressive. Nice fianchetto there from Moors, lining up both of the knights, one of which is hung. So Rexosaurus will either have to respond by moving up a pawn to cover it, or he'll have to move it just completely. It'll be interesting to see what his decision is in this regard. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so going for the aggressive trade, probably just going to be going, dude, talk about a bloody game. These guys are just throwing all their pieces at each other, and we haven't even had a minute. Look how quick they are to move and check each other. Rexosaurus getting very aggressive, but Moors also responding very, very well. There is a free pawn there, potentially. How is he going to cover that? Okay. We get the trade. Will the free pawn be taken? Nope. Looks like Moors will be moving that pawn up to avoid the bishop attack. We get the rook lining up to get that pawn a booty. But now the pawn, most likely from the c file, will move up to challenge it. Because if you move up the c pawn and then you take here, the rook takes the knight, puts the king in check, and that pretty much ends the game. Oh, the huge blunder from Moors. Look at that. Oh, no. They're playing too fast, dude. They're playing too fast. They got to slow it down a little bit. They have time and increment. And now there's another pawn. Although this pawn, yeah, that's another free pawn right here. Rexosaurus is going to take it. The USA versus Russia duel. Dude. I guess you just take here. Why the hell not? Or you could just, honestly, or you just move that pawn up. It was kind of like a passed pawn. Yeah. All right, so we currently have a piece advantage going to Rexosaurus, who joined last minute in today's tournament. He gets a pretty solid check on Moors king. This game is getting real precarious. Another free pawn. Yep, he gets the free pawn there. Now he's probably going to put the bishop on d4 to like trap that king in the corner and take this free pawn. Although there's a nice little trade here as well. Do you just trade? Honestly, for Rexosaurus, I probably would take the trade just because you're ahead. So when you're ahead in pieces, trading is usually a good thing. Yeah. Rook's getting up there, attacking the pawn position. Where are we going to see it? There is another check opportunity. This pawn in the middle, too. Like, the c pawn can just, like, charge up the board so hardcore. Do Cathay have pandas? Is that... I don't think I saw any pandas in the trailer. If we're talking about that. Putting him in check. Now, ooh, man, this is getting dicey. Yeah, because you could take the, yeah. See, this is where things get a little bit hog wild. I think checking from the bottom was better. Would that have been a checkmate? Oh, did he just miss checkmate? Like, because if he had gone down here, no, because he could have just blocked with the pawn. But then you could have just chain checked him here too. So they were both options. Yeah, both options for sure. All right, the king moves up from Rexosaurus, getting rid of the backline check threat, securing the pawns. Yep, he's going to go for the free pawn, though. Moors is going to be trying to take that bad boy. Start the rumor mill, yes. Let it flow. Let it flow. A little bit hungry, guys. Going to slay a piece of my salad real quick. Sweet tomatoes are so goddamn good, guys. All right, sorry about that. It was giving me the eye. I didn't want to waste it. I'm going to chew away from the mic. Okay, I think we're good. All right. Back in business. So the pawn attack coming in from Moors. I think he knows that if he can, you know, maybe get some haggard press up on the king side, the white king side, he can do some work here. Maybe get a pawn by. Some sneaky, tricksy hobbits as tactics. Moors attacking the pawn here, but it looks like, oh, okay, that's a free pawn. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Oh, good thing he didn't listen to me. Shit. Oh, we had this position, right? We had the attack there. I figured out how to highlight things. Although this is a potential opportunity as well. We'll see what Rexosaurus responds with, but there is a pawn that could potentially be taken here. Do we accept the trade? I don't think you can. Oh, but nice. Moors actually finds the opening because the rook blocked the bishop here. Yeah, very nice, man. Very nice. Is there anything else that you could potentially do with this bishop here? I guess you move under the pawn. King is getting very aggressive. Is Moors going to be able to scrap his way back into this game? Will the Russian hammer strike the anvil once again, or will the Rexosaurus feast? We'll find out. Okay, as far as time goes, we do have Rexosaurus at 124, Moors sitting at 229. Time could become a factor. It is still a relatively close game. It's not out of reach for either player, but time is a factor. And if Rexosaurus gets too low on the clock, Moors could capitalize and catch him slipping up. Pawn continuing to press. And now what's going to happen is the king is probably going to take that pawn for free. Man, this is a very, very clinical here. It's going to take the pawn, right? Oh, okay. No, he's going to line it up first, play the safer play. He takes. Take the pawn, I would imagine. I feel like you got to. Yep. Looks like Rexasaur is going to be lining up his rook on the top side of ye old map. Moore's going to keep slow pushing down. He's got the Helmengorst defense here as his blob of Mortis Engine pawns and kings and rooks try and do their business. Try dragging and dropping right click and move for arrows. Flying pandas. Yeah. It's a tight game. Morris could also just like abuse the clock a little bit if he wants to. His rook is in a very good position to just spam check. Attacking the bishop here. The bishop able to line up the rook, so the rook's going to have to move back down. Honestly, I would just probably... Ooh, oh, what a pin. That's a nice pin. That bishop actually can't move right now without, you know, obviously until the king moves. And if the king moves... That was nice. That was a nice little pin there. But what's the follow-up? I mean, I feel like white still has... Like, white can just move its pawn up the board and castle and just, like, sit. I feel like that's what's going to happen. Ooh! Oh, and he gets the bishop! Oh, no! Oh, man! The Russian hammer is back in the game! And now those pawns are in trouble, but look at that. That pawn is passed, but then oh, my God, this is so tense. The king's got to clean it up. Dude. Nice. Nice play from Moors. Moors is going to win this. Yeah, because then you just take the... You just wait for the pawn to become a queen. You just take it, and then you move your own pawn up the board. So the king needs to move here now. Like, this king needs to move here, in my opinion. Then when he goes here, you just take here, and then next turn you get a queen, and you're it's a queen against a rook. Yeah, so you take here, and now you just move down, and like, boom. Oh my God. Yeah, turn it into a queen. He has to take. He has no choice. You got two pawns. Move up the board. GG. Dude, because all you need is a queen and a king to win this. And Moors knows how to do this. Oh my God, what a comeback, dude. Crazy shit. The dreaded Russian hammer. And Moors wins on time, but also on board. Damn. Game 2. The winner of this will be going to the finals to face the pride of the UK, Ice Power Total War. Dude, what a game. Holy shit, man. I'm going to eat another tomato to celebrate that bad boy. I can't believe Moors got that back. That was some smooth-ass shit. Yeah, Rex was under time pressure, absolutely. Moors was up time that whole game. Oh. Let's see. You may have to re-invite for it. When you pick game type, it should be on the side. Yeah, they weren't playing with increment that time, which is fine. It was still a really good game. It was perfectly fair, so. No big deal. Rocky has to get beat at first. All right. Okay, so re-invite. Then you pick the custom game type with 5-3. All right, so they're going to re-invite. We'll just set up the little screen blocker real quick while they get the next game. They're going to add increment because they didn't have it for that game. So they were supposed to have a little bit more time. 5 minutes is a pretty fast game. I usually play 3, but you know, I run out of time all the time. Okay. We're going to cancel out here. Okay, good. Don't play that stream there. Let's go ahead and do it. So they're going to re-invite right now. And we'll get the next game going in just a second. Moors is here. And I believe his opponent is re-logging here real quick. Yes, good. That was a really good game though, man. Crazy good comeback. Yeah, tough back and forth. Absolutely back and forth. So, yeah, they just forgot to host with increment. So you're supposed to get time when you make a move. That's what we've been doing the whole tournament, but they forgot to do it that game. So it's still fine. We'll keep going through. Yeah, this chess tournament's longer than you'd think. It's pretty much the same length as like a Total War tournament. Yeah. Because nobody's really just gotten stomped. Like, nobody's just been crushed in like 10 moves, you know? I guess we had a couple of resigns. Slavs train chess in their early life through mandatory Heroes 3 education. I love it. The blocker is up on purpose right now. I'm just waiting for them to rehost. Inticity, if you could actually, or Ice Power, if you guys could go into the Discord of CHESSHAMMER and tell them how to add the increment, that would be very helpful because they can't seem to figure it out. Yeah. Yeah, my wife, Anna isn't bad at chess either, my wife. We play quite a bit. There's a very strong chess community in Poland as well. As a matter of fact, the player who just beat Magnus Carlsen recently, I believe, was a Polish guy. Duda, I think was his name. Yeah. Same as the president. Are they picking their armies? Yes, they're currently arranging their forces. Yes. Thank you, Anticity. Appreciate your help, brother. Thank you so much. So they're just figuring out how to add increment, and then we'll get this started. Really appreciate your help, man. Thank you so much. I guess it's not blocking anything. It's just like, because I'm just spam refreshing my stream. So I was just sparing you guys like the graphic kind of glitching, but we can keep it off. It doesn't really matter. Oh, goddamn. Oh, man. It's a fun day. Duda is Polish, yes. Just won the Chess World Cup, yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of really strong Slavic players, yeah. The Slavs are very strong chess players. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it's pretty fun. I watch Magnus every now and then. I watch Hikaru play sometimes. Ice Power Total War practicing right now. He's getting some practice reps in to stay fresh, which I think is good. Who's your favorite chess pro? Honestly, I don't know enough about them. Like, I don't know their personalities enough. I don't like, I'm very, very, like, I just play casually, you know, like at night when I'm bored or something. Rexosaurus and Moors here. Should be able to figure it out. Cool. Here we go. The battle is upon us. It is Rexosaurus versus VM Moors. The duel is now underway. Players, we got a Sicilian Defense perhaps from Rexosaurus. Yes, sir. I actually like that defense. I think it's pretty cool. I got to give it a try sometime. So we get the fianchettoed bishop, but doesn't get the same freebies it got before. Moore's going to be going for a very quick castle kingside. He's going to get that very quickly. It looks like we're going to get a queenside castle maybe from Rexosaurus, maybe kingside. We're not quite sure yet. Both knights are developed for Moors. He gets them out into the open field as they are for Rexosaurus. These two had a very fast and furious game last time. Yet again, though, we see that Moors is very quick on his opening. He is currently up 26 seconds. Now, there is an increment this time around, so it's going to be a little bit different, but overall, yeah. Would you ever consider doing PogChamps? Absolutely. Oh, yeah. If they invited me, I would do that in a heartbeat. Yeah. I would do that in a heartbeat. If they invited me to participate in that tournament, I feel like I could get pretty good. Like, if I practiced and had, like, a good mentor. Chess Devil would be my mentor. Yes. He would teach me the ways. He, playing with him, like, really elevated my skill level. Just, like, getting wrecked by him, like, 10, 15 times in a row. I was like, I really started to notice my weaknesses, which was good. So perhaps Chess Devil and I will go to the champs. It'll be fun. All right, so we get the knight attacking there on the king's side. Perhaps we could see the h-pawn move up to attack it, although that is a pretty common instability in the formation. It will push back the knight, but oh, look at that. Getting deep in that formation, but then the pawn attacks. It does stack the two pawns on the e-file, which is a little bit awkward. I hate when that shit happens, but it is inevitable. It will happen from time to time. Is that a free pawn? It potentially is right now, but the queen moves into position from Moors to defend that bad boy. Moors not going to let anything go for free. What could we see here? Could we see more? You know what I could see happening? I could see Moor going here to here, okay? And then after that's done, go here to here. And then you have like a little like spearhead formation here with that knight in your opponent's backfield. And yeah, he can't attack it because this guy is in a bit of an awkward position, although I guess this guy could, so. Look at it. I'm having so much fun highlighting everything. It's like color in. What do you think of Cathay? Dude, I'm so excited for Cathay. So excited. Mega excited for that. All right, just trading off. Looks like the rook from Rexosaurus is going to be pushing up and then counterattacked by Moore's pawn. Is there any play out of that bishop there? It doesn't really look like it too much. The bishop on g5. Rook pulls back at this point. Queen just kind of chilling. Okay, that's kind of interesting. No, you can't attack there. So the bishop on g5 will most likely pull back. He could also go up here if he wants to maintain it. This is a pretty sweet diagonal. Like this whole diagonal formation here, like being controlled by this one bishop is pretty goddamn good. So maybe he just pulls back there. We get a spearhead knight and ooh, Moore's with a little bit of a mistake. Oh no, he had the queen, dude. Oh, Rexosaurus misses it. Oh shit. Oh my god, he's got the queen. He got it the second time. Dude, that queen was blundered and then he missed it. But he got it the second time. Holy shit. Oh my god. So Moore's is currently down a queen. Yeah, this game is... Rexosaurus has like every advantage of this game. Holy shit, man, that was tense. He got it. Oh man. Rocky Balboa coming back here in the fourth quarter. He gets the counterpunch. The big oof, yeah, absolutely the big oof, yeah, no, 100%. I mean, look, now what you do if you're Rexosaurus is you just attrition your opponent. You just trade shit. Like, just trade fair trades across the board until your opponent runs out of pieces and you just have a queen left. And you just win. You know? He still got it, man. I know. Yeah, this is exactly Rexosaurus playing correctly. Trading here is huge. Moore's is still very ahead on time. Oh, nice check there. Ooh, is he going to move the rook down here? And have an attack on both these pieces? That could be pretty sweet, actually. That would be very solid, actually. I'm trying to think. Yeah, there's no real downside to that. Okay, he attacked with the pawn instead, which is fine. It's going to get the bishop in there. Although the problem with attacking with this pawn is then white takes, right? And then you take, and then he takes, and he's the one netting the advantage. So overall, that position feels a little funky. I think rook to f here. The f position is nice. He does give up the pawn. But now you just take and put him in check. Like that whole trading sequence for Moore's was pretty rough. Yeah, this is looking pretty rough. A +9 advantage. You could see the piece advantage here. The bishop was in tactical reserve, yeah. And now he finally goes for that play, which I think is good. It puts so much goddamn pressure on that backfield. Yeah, because then the queen can like move here and like get involved. The queen can do a lot. All right. Knight for Moore's moving back. The rook will follow quite happily. Better watch. Oh, nice fork by Moore's. Man, Moore's is a scrapper, dude. He got his knight and he forked these two, so he's going to get a free bishop here. Unless, you know, Rexosaurus doesn't see this. Rexosaurus really steel-chaired him earlier, but Moore's is just such a scrappy player, dude. Oh, man. Nice. Oh, that's a really... decent response? Not quite, because now the knight's going to go here and then attack this too. You got to take it. There's no choice. Because this knight covers this rook. So oh no, why would you do that? Oh, it was free, dude. He had it. He had it. Yeah, damn. That was a mistake there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that looked like a mistake. Because like the knight would have been covering and then also attacking here. That would have just been such a good play. Yeah, and now Moore's is, you know, Moore's is let off the hook. You know. He missed it. He missed it. He missed it. Yeah. Damn shame, Jimmy. Damn shame. Yeah, it happens. I know. That was his comeback. Oh, and the checkmate finish. The queen with the steel chair. All right, game 3. Rubber match. Dude, the Rexosaurus was really vengeful that game. He came in for the sweet vengeance. Yeah. That was free real estate, dude. It was. Yeah, it's over now. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. Yeah, definitely over. Yeah, the queen blunder was what that was, though. That was all queen blunder. Moore's plays very fast. Like, Moore's has plus 15 seconds in that game. I think if Moore's slows it down a little bit, like takes a couple more seconds with each turn, I think he'll be in a much better position. Yeah, like a much better position. Yes. Did you guys see the Belagar I made? Look, he's holding a chess piece. You see that? I was like, I gotta have some cool graphics for today's stream. Let's get Belagar holding a chess piece. Perfect. All right, guys, this is for almost all of the marbles. This is for the old the old grand final spot. We got a center game going down here. The Pirc defense perhaps being used. Oh my god. You know, that actually is pretty good for Rexosaurus because in doing so, he kind of screws up Moore's castling because Moore's can't castle now, whereas Rexosaurus can. He's probably just going to castle here on the bottom. Oh man, he's getting super violent with these trades. I have to say, these guys are they're like boxers. We could always do a chess clan war. We could, absolutely. We absolutely could. Yeah, man. Moore's in a pretty, I would say the position for white is a little bit better here for sure. Like, Moore's is like, king is like out in front and Rexosaurus has a advantage, pawn advantage. Like, his king is safely castled. This is looking pretty good for Rexosaurus. Dude, this is a ferocious fight. These guys like are playing like they're playing bullet chess right now. But that's the thing. Moore's, you always think he's like in trouble, but then he just finds some nice like fork or like some way to get back in, man. Queen. At least there's no queens to be blundered too. That's something else to consider, right? No queens to be blundered here. All right, so the king is attacked. The pawn moves up. There will probably be a pawn trade there. Yep, makes sense. Horse comes back. Honestly, he's probably just going to trade it. I think that Rexosaurus is just going for an endgame here. Ooh. Nasty little check there. Does force them into a pretty awkward little position there in that corner. Yeah. Knight being developed. Moore's immediately seeing the free piece. Moore's is back in the game in terms of a value of pieces. And according to the engine, Moore's is also in a good position because here he can potentially just go here and take this, right? Yeah, it's got a nice little freebie there. Okay, looks like there's going to be a response. Is there a fork opportunity? Not really. This is almost nice. Yeah, but not quite. There's too many attacking the places. Okay, going across, attacking the pawn on the H2 position. Maybe he's going to... I was going to say maybe he's going to go here and attack, but looks like there's just going to be some ugly trading. Potential fork, but nothing terribly devastating. I mean, it does hit these two units, but both of them are defended. And honestly, attacking this bishop would only help more, so it would advance his pawn and get rid of the stacked pawn formation. This rook is kind of trapped here, though, which is interesting. So bullet chess is 1 minute each. Each player has 1 minute to play. It's pretty freaking wild. I'm not very good at bullet chess. I need my time. All right. That was probably not the right play there from Rexosaurus. It did fix the pawn formation and give him a nice kind of advance up the middle of the board. And, you know, honestly, Moore's is starting to look better here. He's got pawns like in a further up position. None of the pawns are developed from Rexosaurus. Moore's has this like annoying rook that is like pinning this pawn in position and threatening the whole backfield. Bullet chess is an American style chess where you have to literally just bring a handgun and shoot the chess pieces. Yes, it's the American special. All right. Will the Russian hammer get back in the game? Honestly, pretty nice. He's probably going to move up this pawn to avoid it. Oh, man, that's a free pawn, dude. Just take it. Yeah. And now comes the late game duel where Moore's the Russian hammer has come back in the game. I hope that nickname sticks. I feel like that's pretty sick. Like, who doesn't want to be called Russian hammer? Come on. This pawn just cackles and runs all the way up the board, in my opinion. You got to watch out, though. There's some decent pressure over here, but... is he going to be able to pass here? We'll see. I think you run this little guy up the board. Nice check. Oh, but now this is potentially an option. The king maybe goes here to defend that pawn. You don't want to... If this pawn breaks and the pawns can just bum rush up the board, I actually think that might have been a mistake, that check. Yeah, I was wrong. Ooh, man, this is getting real nasty, dude. Looks like Rexosaurus. Rocky Balboa ain't going down. He's fighting hard here in the final rounds. Interesting rook position. I wonder what he's trying to accomplish there. Oh, it's a discovered check. Very nice. So he's going to move the pawn up and then discover the check, and then he'll get like a free move out of it, basically. So he's going to move. The check is discovered. Where can the king even go? He can't go here, can't go here. Oh my god, that king is almost checkmated. Wait, hold on. Oh my god, is there a checkmate here? Dude, rook goes here. He can't go here. He can go here. Okay, not quite a checkmate. That's some tense shit, though. But that would have been... No, he must... oh, my God. He could have gone here and just taken the rook. Yeah, he could have just gone there and taken the rook, and that would have been game. Oh, man, Moors had it. Oh, he's just going to give that for free. Moors. Man, he had a couple big blunders there. He could have just taken that because the king was lined up with the rook. He could have checked the king, taken the rook for free. And good night, sweet prince. Now, Moors is still ahead, but he had the game won right there. Dude, talk about a tense battle. Oh, did I miss something? I probably missed something. Was the pawn there and I just missed it? Yeah, it probably did. Okay, well. The pawn could have countered. Okay. Pawn takes. Okay, I didn't see that. Sorry, my bad. I just got too excited. Nice check there. Sorry, I'm just so into this game. He didn't have the rook. Fair play. All right, what's going on? Pawn's moving up the board. I missed that pawn. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Please forgive me. I'm too weak. This is still looking like Moore's game, though. Although this position is pretty nasty. But, like, the thing is, this pawn isn't going to be able to be broken unless the king just, like, hoofs it all the way over there, you know? Yes, I have to suggest blunders to make it more exciting. 100%. It's my style. The king can't take that pawn because of the rook on f4. Can't take that one either. Shit, man. King is put in check. Where is the king going to go? Probably over that direction, yeah. Then he can just go attack here. Dude, this is a tense game, man. A nice discovered check. But, ooh, that pawn's going to die now, isn't it? No, it's not. No, you can just keep following it up the board. Oh my God, this is stressful, dude. Because the thing is here is, yeah, another discover check. He's going to, Moors has got to take the pawn. He's got to take the pawn on the far side if the king takes. I don't know, actually. You know what? This is like a really even match, guys. They're pretty much going to be left with the same shit. Moors was so close to getting here. And now he just yields the pawn, which is smart. And then he's just going to trade pawns. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, White's rushing it. He's rushing the pawn. Is the king going to move over to intercept? Okay, he gets under it. Now the king needs to move and attack. Yep. What a tense game. Jesus, man. Oh, it's going to be a stalemate, it looks like. It's going to be a stalemate. Yeah. Wait, he's not taking that piece? Oh, okay, I guess, yeah, no. Oh my God. This has to be a stalemate. This has to be a stalemate, dude. Terror routes due to time. These guys are both playing fast. They both netted time right now. They both netted time, actually, which is pretty wild. Okay. He protects his pawn. Neither player wanting to concede in this very tense scrap. Oh my God. This is crazy. This is some wild shit. Oh my God. Oh no. Look at the bounce of power. It's just like flying around, dude. Oh man. Who's gonna get it? I honestly have no idea what to do right now. The black king is attacking. They're both just in such a... They could offer each other a draw if they want, but I think... Okay, Moors gets a little bit of bounce power back. Oh. The pawn is rushing. He's making a wild... Oh, that's not good. Moors is going to have to move backwards, I think. He'll have to move to the 8 file. Oh, no, because then that gives the pawn a move up. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, smart. Very smart play by Rexosaurus. The queen is here. Oh, no. Rexosaurus with the comeback. The Rocky Balboa. Oh, my God. So, Moors, the best he can do now is go for a draw. If he gets a draw, they replay. But Moors is going to withdraw. Rexosaurus will advance on to the finals. Holy shit. What a series. What a series. All right. So, we have our final set. Let's go ahead and switch on over to the bracket. Here it is. Why did Ice Power Total War not advance to the finals here? He should have, yeah. And it's going to be versus Rexosaurus. Ice Power Total War versus Rexosaurus. He missed the pin. Oh, there was a pin there? Yeah, okay. There was a lot of shit going on. And let's switch it on back. All right, so we have Rex versus Ice. Make sure to put 5 plus 3 instead of 5 plus 5. Good luck, have fun. All right. So we got Rexosaurus versus Ice Power Total War start game. This is the grand finals for a whopping $25 cash prize. Serious chess money. Where is this? Okay. So connect, friends. Now they can battle. This is for all the marbles. We have the USA facing off against the UK in the grand finals. The Rocky Balboa comeback is there, and now it's time. Thank you guys for joining today. It's been a blast. Now we just need to hang tight until they get in the lobby. Dude, that was a scrap, wasn't it? Marathi is here. Let's see if Marathi is here, yeah. Morris played a great game. He was very scrappy, dude. Even when he was behind, he almost came back every single time he was behind. It was crazy. But in the end, the Rexosaurus has claimed victory. It's gonna be fun, man. I'm hyped for this finals. Okay, they're just working it out. Okay, one sec. Where is the chess website? There it is. Cool. Let's do it, man. Predictions. Let's give you guys a poll. Ice Power or Rex. Rex gets his names all in caps. All right, so we put up a poll. You guys can let me know who you think is going to win this glorious, glorious duel here in the grand finals. It'll be up. I will stop the poll before the match, and we can see how many of you guys nailed your predictions. Ooh, 100% for Ice Power so far. You guys, did you not just see Rex's glorious games? Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see what you guys vote. Okay, we're getting some variance on the votes now. Obviously, it's a little bit of a more chill stream today, so the polls will be a little bit more calm. Yes, the dreaded chess tournament is here. I said it was going to happen, and here we are. All right. So poll has been ended. It looks like a massive favor for Ice Power. And here we are. Rexosaurus versus Ice Power Total War in the grand finals. Who will win this day? Yeah, Ice appears to have a rating advantage, but I don't know if this is the regular website that Rexosaurus plays on, so I don't think it's very accurate. Looks like we have a King's Indian Defense from Rexosaurus, maybe. He moves out the knight there, probably going to move up the pawn. Yep. Maybe, it's hard to say. Yeah, it looks like it's some sort of an Indian defense. A Fian Shadowed Bishop immediately blocked by the advancing pawn on the D file, which is good. You don't want any of that business. We did see that earlier. Melody rooting for Rex. We got players voting for both sides, but it looks like most of you predicted Ice Power would win. Let us see if the Rocky Balboa underdog can claim the series. That's what I noticed about Rex. He plays very quick. He trades pieces off extremely wild. Him and Moores both did that in the previous game. So this is the grand finals. All right. Maybe a G Knight activation from Ice Power followed up by a castle could perhaps be in line, although that pawn is a little bit vulnerable, so maybe moving up the pawn to solidify your pawn ranks would be good. The castle from Rexosaurus did not go with a traditional kind of King's Indian defense over there. Went with something a little bit different. Facecam, yes. Monetizing the guns. I used to have pretty big guns, actually. Before I had bicep tendonitis and my hands got jacked up, I had big biceps for sure. I was a bro. And now I'm just a decrepit old Palpatine, which is the sad truth of life. Maybe you develop the knight out here, create a little bit of a horse spear formation. Looks like Ice Power moving those bad boys up. We will see what he decides to attack here. Warcraft, maybe we'll do a Warcraft stream tonight. I might want to take a little bit of time to rest before then, but yeah. It could very well happen. So we do have some compounding attacks here. It looked like there was an attack going down on the pawn here from the bishop as well as the knight. But a good response from these two were able to kind of thwart that attack. Although now there are 3 pieces going after that pawn. So if there's not a proper response from Rexosaurus, that pawn could be taken and karate chopped here. We will have to see. Ice Power definitely has a pretty nice center board, which is often the case with white. And yeah, man, neither of them want to yield this pawn. They're just like, no, you can't have it. This pawn is very important to me. And it's doing its thing. I don't know. Here comes that boy. It's a long story, dude. It's a long story. Yeah, I'd have to go into a huge epithet of, you know, or a big narrative, I should say. 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Rexosaurus very fresh after battling Moors. Not fresh, but honed, I should say. He just had a very intense series of games that probably honed his abilities and his business here. So we'll see what he can accomplish. Ice Power Total War, maintaining his posture here in the middle of the map. Has yet to activate his bishop on c1, so perhaps that could be something that we do see. Maybe activating it up to b2 just to get a fianchetto kind of angle on the king's side. Yes! Who knows? We get the castle from Ice Power. Knight development from Rexosaurus. Probably going to move it up in front of the bishop there to get that nice little spearhead that we like to talk about. Well, we see a pawn trade here. Probably so. Honestly, just trade that pawn in. You just trade the pawn. I mean, what's going to happen? A bishop moves out. Yeah. Now the bishop is... Oh, no. No, the queen blundered. Oh, Ice Power's queen gets absolutely karate chopped. Will we see the Ice Power rage quit? Maybe so. Maybe it will happen. We've seen it in Faction War before. It could happen here. I mean, look, he's not going to rage. But honestly, you're pretty much screwed at this point. Yeah. And the queen blunders. Oh, no. GG. Well played. Game 2. All right, we're in game 2. Ice Power getting serious, getting focused now. This is the grand finals. Rocky Balboa has the lower rating, but is coming in and fighting hard. This is, I'm trying to think of a good sports analogy for this, but you know, it's fine. The classic gambit, yes. Yeah, man. Close, close, close. What's the worst that could happen? Oh no! I know. I was not paying attention to that, dude. Oh my god. This is some brutal shit, man. Oh god. Okay. So, the Cairo Khan defense being employed by Ice Power Total War. And it looks like Rexosaurus with the classic pawns up and the... This is like the defense. This is like the move that like you see from everyone, like the 2 horses and the two pawns. Like that's probably, this is like one of the most common openings you see. Then the bishops fill here, you know, you castle, you live long, you prosper. All right. So it looks like the pawn structure for Rexosaurus is going to be advancing up the board. Ice Power Total War. Angling in. This is a nice little pin here. You know, it's kind of a cute little play. Granted, we'll probably just see the pawns move up. We'll see the pawn move up just to kick that rook out. And then that'll probably force a trade. He'll probably come in and then we'll see a trade here, which will lead to stacking pawns. Although Ice Power does decide to move back. Interesting. Oh, shit. Did I do that? Oh, your guess B4 is correct? Oh, shit. Okay, I can like guess the moves and it tells me if it's the right move. Oh, that's pretty cool. I gotta like learn all these different features. So Rexosaurus continuing to develop the middle of his board. Ice Power with the castle. Ooh, there's something not good happening here. Yeah, that bounce of power just went massive, but apparently it wasn't the correct move to move out here. I'm sure Chess Devil is watching, just like, do that move, do this one. Yes. There was apparently something on the board that was very, very strong though. That we missed. Or I missed. Because I just don't know. Although here you have a little bit of play. Like the queen, not you. The queen could go here and then like attack here if like Ice Power doesn't respond. But Ice Power would 100% just move his pawn up to screen that out. There's some cute little angles. Man, the commentator spot is pretty high tech. Yeah, I know. There's like so much shit going on. Ice doesn't like trading. Yeah. I think Rexosaurus really likes just the blitzkrieg, just like the throwing pieces. Wonder if he'll trade this bishop off for the horse. Oh shit, I can do arrows too? God damn. This is cool. Is he going to take it? He's going to take the trade. We still haven't seen a castle from Rex. I would imagine that castle... Oh, there is actually not... It's not hung. Okay. We do have the C bishop guarding it. Yeah, we have the C bishop guarding it. Going for it. Yeah, Rex is going for the kill. Ice has gotta, he's probably gotta just move that pawn up. It's looking a little bit scary. Yep, he moves the pawn up, which is the right play. Otherwise, it would have been just checkmate. That would have been game. So I wonder if we could see another attack formulated by Rex where he like moves the knight somewhere. Then this takes here, queen takes here. The king is like trapped in the corner with the queen. There's a lot of cool ideas. Reckless trading is the American way. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, because see, now we have this attack here. It's a bit of a gambit, right? But you take the bishop on C, hammer the pawn, you take, then this guy is just like, the queen is just buttering the bread back there, you know? It depends on what the follow-up would be after that, though. There has to be like a deeper plan. There has to be a deeper plan. It's kind of fun watching this as like a noob, you know? Like I'm just seeing so many cool tricks and tactics and all this sort of stuff. E6, do it. All right, so we get the pawn push. That's actually a little scary. Because then that really does open up this gambit line of play. Yeah, we get the pawn trade. The queen's probably going to take here. Yeah, and then it shuts down this whole line of play. That whole like idea of her like hammering that flank and gambiting there is definitely gone now. Okay, we get a development from Rex. He castles kingside, has the opportunity to then move the bishop, or excuse me, the rook out to the e file perhaps and secure that big open file, which is not a bad idea because nobody's contesting it at the moment. Yeah, you would lose a fair amount of material doing it. You'd get 2 pawns for 1 piece. You'd be down 1 material overall, but the king would be in a horrible position. Okay, that probably is just ooh, this is actually pretty good for ice power. Yeah, because look, he has this rook lined up. If this knight moves, ooh, yeah, check this shit out, man. I think Rex is gonna have to pull back the queen and cover the knight. Because this is like super good. He's got like this guy pinned. He's got this guy hit here. Like, check this out. This whole line here is just queen's bread. Okay, now he's going for the gambit we talked about earlier. I don't know if it's a little bit too late for it, but yeah, because the pawn takes, right? And then you take with the queen, and then like the king is just like stuck here, like getting hammered by the queen. It's an idea. It's an idea, but it might be a little bit too late for it. I think there's too much going on now. Yeah, this is a super solid position for ice power. The pride of the UK is not going quietly into the night. He is not. Yeah, absolutely. You definitely have to be careful before sacrificing, but look how much pause this is giving ice power. This is also like a time tactic too, because it's like making him really think about this, where he's falling behind on time. So he takes, the queen takes here, checks. Yeah, see, this is what I was kind of talking about. Now the king is just like scurrying in the shadows. Yeah, maybe taking the pawn would have been the better choice, and then like, yeah. As far as other options go, you could go, no, you can't even go there. Yeah, it looks like the whole gambit didn't work out. I just think the queen being in that position, because the queen was up here before, right? He could have taken the pawn there instead of moving to that position, and then it would have been a better trade. Because now he's just behind, you know. I think the time had passed for that whole kind of line of play. Because before the queen was up here and she couldn't have gotten in front of it, and it would have been like a better gambit. Rexosaurus is up a game though, so he can afford to take risky plays. He can definitely afford to take risky plays. So he basically just lost like the equivalent of like a horse or a bishop or something. Yeah, not too bad. Probably just takes with the pawn. Just keep going wild. Line up the rook. You could also stack the rooks if you want to. You could go e2 and then or e1 with the 2 rooks if you want to. Queen still guards the pawn, yeah. Well, now it does in that particular position, yeah. The Knights of the Blazing Sun continue to move on. Yep, decent play there. Hits the bishop with a little old 2-for-1. You know, and there's no way to really defend it. Will Rexosaurus earn that piece back? Okay. We also have a check here. You can just kind of start stance dancing and harassing the king and seeing what you can get out of it. Looks like he's going to be moving a pawn and not going to be putting the king in check at this very moment. Honestly, a pretty formidable attack by Rex, but he's very, very outgunned in terms of pieces. How are the pawns doing? It looks like 5 pawns to 5 pawns. So it's just the difference of 1 piece. 1 piece of, as the chess people say, material, I believe is the fancy term, if you want to sound like you know what you're talking about. All right, puts him in check. What will be the follow-up? Where will the king go? Got to be careful with this. You know, forking is... Ooh. Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah. Right there, dude. Oh, nice fork. That was really, really good. Man. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. Because now you just take. And you're up a piece. The game is even again. Beautiful. Wow, he's gonna go in for the trade. Oh, whoa. He actually traded there. Because now we have 2 rooks against a horse or a knight and a rook. That is a huge advantage for white. Man, Rexosaurus just really, really tenacious player. Really tenacious. Coming straight out of the Turin multiplayer Discord. Dude, look at this. Continuing to move around. The knight trying to get centralized. Maybe come over to the king side, attack over here. This is looking pretty tough here. If the king had just moved like here instead, like the fork would have been denied. It was just a misplay on the king's positioning. Yeah. Attacking the pawn there. Pawn is certainly a decent little opportunity. But what can happen now too is if he goes, you can go here to here and then here to here. And then you have like a nice lineup here. The king, like these 2 pawns are just hung. A lot of opportunities. But you don't want to do that until he's out of the way. So, yep, nice attack. Pushing the rook off. Rook is going to have to go north to south. Cannot go east to west. Yep. Going to be attacking ye old pawn. Maybe just come here. Start trading. Interesting. It's going to give up this pawn. No, the pawn is actually covered by the rook. Oh, no! Ice Power! What are you doing? Oh, and he blunders. Dude, he had a free rook right there. Oh, no. Oh, and he still has the free rook. Oh, he gets it. Okay. That's game. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our champion. It's going to be the Rexosaurus 18. He has won today's tournament, defeating Ice Power Total War 2-0 in the grand finals. GG, well played. Rexosaurus will be earning the grand prize. And that is it. So let's go ahead and head on over to the bracket. Update this bad boy. Hey, Ice Power, well played, man. Well played. Let's go to the web. Bracket is here. And that will be a 2. Those are some good games. There's some good games, dude. So that is our first chess tournament here on the channel. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Rexosaurus will be winning the $25 cash prize in our Total War player tournament. For the future tournaments, I'll probably open this up to a bigger audience, but what I'll do is I'll have it be maybe best of 1 with like a 10-minute game instead. Although it's a little bit unfair because then one person, you know, gets the better side and you kind of got to figure it out. Dude, crazy close games today. Yeah. That was really fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. So that's it. Yeah, I'm going to get some lunch right now. I might do another stream tonight. Yeah. But this is a good end. Ice Power, don't worry about it. Hey, my wife is here. Lady Turin, I'm saving that for you after the stream. Yeah, you got that. So congratulations to Rexosaurus. Great runs, Rex and Moors. Probably the best of 3 of the day was Rex versus Moors. I think that was my favorite match. It was just super tense, very, very evenly matched. And Rex, it says Rex is from the US. Yeah. So I'm not sure. All right, that's it. We'll see you back with the chess tournament next month. Take care of yourselves. If you enjoyed the format, do drop a like on the way out. And yeah, see if we could pump it up. Pump up the likes a little bit. It'll help get the chess format out there. All right. Take care, guys. That's it. And let me get you a link here for stay tuned for 1 second. Just give me 1 second, my friends. I need to get you the chess invite. So you need to have an account on chess.com. Clubs. So let me go ahead to go to CHESSHAMMER and get an invite going. Invite and invite link. All right, so if you guys want to join, this is the club that we're going to run our tournaments out of. So there'll be like updates there and stuff. That's our CHESSHAMMER club. We just started it, so it's just for pretty much the Total War community to play chess, which is fun. So, all right, that's it. I'm done. Fare thee well. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next time. All right, take care of yourselves. Thank you for the donations as well today. It helps pay for the prize. Cheers.